solid, 7th best defending the pass on an EPA per play basis, but you have a couple of guys banged up in corners, Nate Hobbs and Jacorian Bennett, against this huge pass-happy Lion offense. How do you view that matchup playing out Monday?
Well, they're going to go. I mean, they're expressed a lot of optimism today that they're going to play. I know officially questionable, but they're going to go. They're going to have to tackle. I mean, that's the biggest thing. They're allowing guys to get open. Earlier in the year, they were playing a little bit better because they were just allowing passes to be caught and then making tackles. But now they're shutting people down. They're not able to shut people down because they're not only allowing them to catch it, but they're not making the tackles. So they're turning, 6-yard passes into big gains. It hasn't been good. It's been a real struggle for that defense. And last week was excessive missed tackles. So guys were allowing those short passes to become long gains, which is something they hadn't done early in the season. They're going to have to do that. They're going to have to tackle guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and some of those Lions receivers who are very, very good at catching those passes and then doing something with them down the field. It hasn't been good. There was nothing that was good for this team last week. So they're going to have to fix a lot of things going into this one.
Adam, I want to talk about a game that's going to kick off here shortly in the Mountain West, where weather is supposed to be a factor with the snow. Colorado State against Air Force. Air Force still undefeated. Looks like they're heading towards the Mountain West title game. But a big number here. Over 2 touchdowns, 14.5. I played the game under 46.5, thinking that the snow will limit the Colorado State offense.
Yeah. I think that Colorado State has been a team that a little bit more is expected of, and obviously they had that good game against Colorado. But I think Colorado is more bad than anything else in that spot. I don't really have a side on that one, but I know weather does impact things significantly at times. I mean, that's one I haven't really looked at all.
We're down to 46.5 now is your consensus total. Expecting a lot of wind there and some precipitation in Colorado Springs. Again, he's Adam Hill. Give him a follow at Adam Hill, LVRJ. Raiders beat reporter for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, also covering the Golden Knights in Vegas, Mountain West on the football side. Adam, as always, appreciate the time and enjoy as much as you can your time in the Motor City here next couple of days.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, we are coming down to the home stretch, Mike. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Window games. Are you seeing what's happening in Denton, Texas? We exchanged touchdowns in the last minute. Memphis just scored with 12 seconds left to take a 45-42 lead on North Texas.
I believe they led this game 31-10 at one point.
This has been insane.
And then had to rally. What's the score at USC? It's over here for me.
USC, they just started the third quarter. 28-17 Cal.
Oh, okay. First drive.
Is your lead. So first drive and a first down there for the Trojans as they look to move the ball down the field. Some of these, you get into the late final minute, and all of a sudden everything just goes totally haywire. Memphis was a 6.5-point road favorite, a total as high as 70, and we were sitting 45-42, 12 seconds to go.
I think we missed a spot with this Utah. We could have played this Utah-Oregon second half under after the first 2 drives.
Yeah.
I think it's like Whittingham and Lanning just made an agreement. These teams just ran the ball. Boy, they 30. It was. Utah was not hurrying up. They were snapping. Down 4 scores with that quarterback. They had no shot come back in this game. So, as we said, Lanning would be conservative with the lead, especially after he got the first score of the second half.
That actually got bet up to 21. Yeah. Oregon gets 2 touchdowns right away, and since then they've just stopped playing. Yep. 2 minutes to go. It looks like 35-6 will be our final score for Oregon and Utah. When we come back, we'll preview the rest of the college football card for tonight. It's time for our Savior Bacon plays tonight. We got a lot of Pac-12 action we'll be looking at when we come back here to Live.
Are you ready to elevate your game in your sales or executive career? Southwestern Coaching can help you score big. Just like in sports, where every pro has someone pushing them towards their best, our team of expert coaches have the tools and strategies to guide you towards greatness in your own career. Whether it's on the field, on the court, at the office, or in the boardroom, coaches give you the professional edge. So start acting like a pro and visit southwesterncoachingpro.com to get ahead of the competition and unlock your full potential. Southwestern Coaching, because everyone needs a coach.
There's lots to love from Apple right now at Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and more to love from Apple on us with select phone trade-in and select unlimited plans. There's no better place to get what you love from Apple than at Verizon. And there's no better time than right now. All that with the network you can really rely on. It's your Verizon. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on select 5G unlimited plans required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Trade-in conditions apply. One offer per eligible Verizon line. Additional terms apply.
Wake up call.
So this is what I've been hearing about this Ron Culver toy that your son has.
Yes, it's a dump truck. You push a couple of buttons, and it goes from noises to actual songs. And I swear to goodness, it's an uncanny sound of Ron. It's like Ron Culver's the voiceover guy. Backing up.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Hold on. Get to work. Do your best. When you have a job to do your best. When you have a job to do the best that you can do. When you have a job to do your best.
That is unbelievable. Come on,
Tell me,
Ron.
I'm doing the Vince McMahon walk right now. Tell me
much
that's
so.
not Ron Culver.
Come on, Ron. You were lying through your teeth. There's no way.
Someone has taken my voice.
That sounds exactly like him.
Wake Up Call with Tony V and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Wake up call.
John Rahm, he wishes that there would be porta potties at each of the holes.
Why aren't there? Let's just have a frank conversation about this. When you really have to go to the bathroom and there's no bathroom and the body goes, we're going without you.
We look at those trees and go, restroom.
Exactly,
restroom.
like a dog to a fire hydrant.
Wake Up Call with Tony V and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
The diehards.
I'm a monkey running around. It's tough. They can't control me. You know what I mean? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot as it is, so it's hard enough to control anyway.
When I'm waiting to come on as a guest, I can hear you.
You can hear everything. We're doing everything. We're talking this. We're talking that. We're putting bets in. We're doing shots. No, we're not doing shots. We do shots after the show. But no, it's hard. It's being a producer in radio is really hard, and I'm being very, very serious. I've been doing this a long time. I've had some brilliant producers. I've had some tough ones that it's hard. It's a hard job. And managing idiots like me that sometimes it's out of your control. And it sucks too because they don't get paid that much. they need to be paid more. I wish we should start like a producer GoFundMe for producers. But some of them are really good dropping sound effects.
The Diehards. Weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
The diehards.
And then all of a sudden, a sweeper pitch comes in. She goes, what's a sweeper? And I looked at her and I went, I don't know. Hey Siri, what's a sweeper pitch? What is going on? I felt like I was lost, and I'm like, I cover sports. I know this. And again, I'm a knucklehead fan on the radio, but I'm like, what is this? And then I'm seeing slurve, and I'm going, what? Am I gone?
The Diehards. Weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
This is Brent Musburger, and you're listening live to VSiN on Sports Map Radio.
Don't forget, on DraftKings Sportsbook this week, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every single day. Download the app and use the promo code VEGAS when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. I hope anybody following along with college football today happened to see the last play of the game in Memphis, North Texas, where Memphis scores with 12 seconds left, covering 6.5. We're back on Live Bet Saturday, by the way. Ben Wilson, Mike Paul, Brian Ortega, all here. And so Memphis is laying 6.5 in the game. Then you get all the pitchy, woo-woo stuff. And at one point, North Texas was at their own 4-yard line. We thought there was a brief moment in time where that could have been disastrous. 6 points the other way. Instead, North Texas somehow breaks all the tackles, get it all the way down to the Memphis 25, but they committed about 8 different illegal forward passes on the way.
That's hyperbole. There might have been 1 or 2. But on their own 5, they were sending it all the way across the field back and forth, putting the 6.5 that everyone had taken right up into their throats. But
Yes, they did.
But Memphis, the comeback kids, they led 31-10 and had to come back in the final minute of the game to win.
A bunch of finals now that have just officially gone into the books here. It is over officially in Salt Lake City, where the Utah Utes get steamrolled by the Oregon Ducks. Second half under 21. That was a great bet. If you hit that, not one that we ended up actually giving out, but a miss for us. 35-6 your final score there, and a game where Oregon was laying 6.5, and they looked like a top 5 team legitimately from start to finish today.
They looked like a top 2 or 3 team.
You could say even better, yes, on the Oregon front there. 35-6 under 47.5 is your closing total that ends up cashing there. And really, the big game for us that we're watching right now that we'll keep following is what's happening in Berkeley, California, where USC gets a touchdown. Out of the halftime break, USC was down double digits in this game, and now back to a short favorite here. There's still 11:23 to go in the third quarter. 80.5 is your live total. Cal 28, USC 23. And you kind of feel like we're at 51 points right now based on the pace. I mean, how can you take under it? That's all I'll say.
Don't say anything now, but it's 27-13 on the plains of Jordan-Air with 2.5 minutes to go, and Auburn has the ball. I need one first down.
You have
a miracle
40
under 41.
Oh, under 41. He'd given up on it. I'd give it up on that on your behalf. The under 41 with Auburn. It was 24-3 at the half.
It was also 27-13 on the first play of the fourth quarter. At 14:54, they scored. So we'll see. It's not over, but and obviously Mississippi State. I have to go through the play-by-play to see if they have used all their timeouts or not.
Based on what I am seeing here, Mississippi State just turned it over on downs in the Auburn.
They had a 4-minute drive and turn it over.
Red zone. So that's generally not what you want.
And Auburn just broke a run for 50 yards down to the Mississippi State 20. 50-yard run by Jarquez Hunter. 2 plays, 67 yards. But we should be in kneel-down territory here.
Let's just hope we are.
Let's hope so.
Overtime in Miami. That's the other game from potential upset perspectives we were watching. Miami, the 18.5-point home favorite. 23 apiece as we go to overtime against Virginia, who led this game 10-3 at the half. And it's a tough break if you had under 48, because this thing was a rock-solid under until it went to overtime. So that will be an over that cashes regardless of how they, I guess theoretically you could somehow get no score for 2 overtimes and then get the dueling 2-point conversions and push, but that's about the best you could hope for in a game where Miami will start on defense first here. So Virginia ball there down in Coral Gables, trying to pull off a mega upset of plus 750 or greater in some shops there on the money line, with Virginia already in a 3rd and long. Let's go into it. It's our Save Your Bacon plays of the night. 2-1 week for the crew last week. Nicely done with the first 5 on the Rangers for you, Mike, plus 105 over the Stros. Brian Ortega, who has been letting his dad make a lot of the selections, which I totally respect, because your dad's been red hot, gave out Utah last week.
No big deal.
Not only did they cover, but won the game outright.
No big deal.
No big deal. I did not get there with Stanford plus the 17, and we're at 11-7-2 on the year, so we're over 60%. That's our goal. We're not bad.
You had Stanford first half, right? Plus 10 was your play?
Yeah, this sheet has 17. I think I did actually.
You had the first half.
Yeah, you had first half. That was my bad.
Ortega.
Yes.
I mean, they both got steamrolled.
I was trying to remember it, because I remember picking Utah.
It didn't matter at all, but I did lose up. Would have lost either way. Yeah, Stanford first half plus 10 against UCLA. Did not get there last week. We'll go to, how about Brian? What's your dad got cooking up? I think your dad's won 3 straight weeks. So what do we got for the Save Your Bacon in honor of the outstanding restaurant Bacon Nation here? We can see it from our studio, Bar Canada at the D on the 2nd floor up here at the D. What does Mr. Ortega got?
You got to try the reverse BLT. Yeah, it's delicious.
Reverse BLT.
Yeah, reverse BLT. It's the bread is the bacon. It's crazy. Anyways, so my dad is going with a Mountain West matchup between Air Force and Colorado State. He is laying the points with Air Force at, I'm seeing minus 14.5. Not a great number, but minus 14.5. My dad's going with Air Force. Air Force they're undefeated. They're 7-0. Coming off a couple of convincing wins against Navy. That's a big one. Wyoming, San Diego State, and San Jose State. Colorado State coming off of a loss to UNLV. They did beat Boise State, but only by 1, and also they did lose to Utah State in recent weeks. So he's going with the Air Force. My dad also really likes the Air Force academies, and when they run the the wishbone. That's like his favorite offense. He loves to watch.
Okay.
Any of the options, but he does like betting on the service academies. So
Any
Air Force,
of the options. All right.
laying the money.
14.5 is you can still find that. Most books are still at 14.5 in the market. A couple have started to creep up toward 15, but plenty of 14.5s out there. We'll get Mr. Ortega the 14.5. Mike Palm, where are we headed tonight?
Well, I have 3 choices of games coming up for me here in college football.
Only one piece of bacon, though.
Only one piece of bacon. So I could stay on the same game and play the total, or I could go to either one of the Arizona schools. I'm going to stay away from Arizona, University of Arizona. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Arizona State plus the 5.5. I just can't believe what I've seen out of this Washington State team the last 7 quarters. They did nothing at all offensively for the last 3 quarters of the game in the Rose Bowl against UCLA, and then just got absolutely buried by Arizona on the Palouse, and now have to go all the way down to Tempe. And a team that should have beaten Washington at Husky Stadium last week could have beaten Colorado. A team has made a lot of improvement. You know, remember Oklahoma State played Arizona State like week 2 in Tempe, and I said, boy, these 2 teams are really bad Power 5 teams. They've both made nice improvements to this point, more so with Gundy. But so we'll take Sun Devils plus 5.5.
Okay, and look, we've got some game day heavy movement onto the Sun Devils. A few shops. I mean, Circus down to 4.5 here. You can still get 5 multiple spots.
Sweet Maria.
Santa Maria.
Final at Auburn, 27-13.
Oh, you got there.
We got there.
All right. What a win. One that you wrote off about an hour into the game.
I stopped watching.
Oh, we both did. So we've got the home dog there with Arizona State against Washington State. I will stay in the Pac-12 for my pick. So I bet against UCLA last week. You know, my pick was so predicated on fading the freshman quarterback Dante Moore. We have our high ability or liability segment on VSiN, Brian, and every week, I'd say Dante Moore is the biggest liability, one of the biggest in college football. This is a UCLA team that you could argue is a legit top 15 unit, best yard per play defense in the country, can run the ball really effectively, but Moore as a true freshman quarterback has been giving them nothing. So UCLA, surprisingly, out of nowhere really, without any advance warning or notice, made the switch. Ethan Garbers, the veteran quarterback transfer coming in, and he did exactly what Chip Kelly needed him to do. He was a game manager, was smart, didn't make any mistakes, and UCLA ran Stanford out of the building. I expect, assuming Garbers goes today, and I don't have no reason to doubt that they would go back to Moore tonight, that UCLA, against a Colorado defense that's outside the top 100 in yards per play allowed, will be able to name their score against the Buffaloes. Classic case of the public continuing to be all in love, drinking the Deion Sanders Kool-Aid in Colorado. But we know what this team is. It's a flashy offensive team that gets exposed against the elite defenses and can't stop anybody with a pulse. I like UCLA laying 14.5 at home tonight against Colorado.
I thought Chip Kelly should have made the move when they were in Corvallis.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I thought he had to make the move, and he didn't. But I'm interested to see how heavily bet in a day which really only had one marquee game. Because the cocktail party didn't have a lot of luster this year.
Yeah.
One marquee game, Utah and Oregon. The handle that we'll get on Colorado, and if this will start waning because of their performances. Because they were by far the number 1 handle every week the first 5 weeks. I want to see, will it rival the handle we had on Oregon and Utah? We'll see.
Well, it's a big reason why I wanted to get involved today, because we've watched the public just blindly back Colorado all season. You would have thought, though, now that the data and evidence is out, that it's really not that special of a team, that would go away. And yet this line was 17 early in the week. It's been all public Colorado steam since. I just don't get it at this point. It's one thing, when it's TCU and it's
fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Test your skills with Prize Picks on game day. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. You can even place entries for games happening right now, even though they've already started. Halves, quarters, and other in-game options are always available on Prize Picks. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/gridiron and use code GRIDIRON. That's code GRIDIRON at prizepicks.com/gridiron.
Wake up call.
Hefty Lefty on Twitter. Easton Stick is the most perfectly named hockey player that angered sports gods by picking football. That's a great point.
That's true.
Easton Stick. That's a hockey player who chose to play football. Who is Easton Stick that he's a calf injury away from being the starter of the Chargers?
That would be like if a kid named Rawling Glove decided to pick up a basketball.
Right, exactly.
Wake Up Call with Tony D and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Sports Map Tonight with Luke Morrow.
I'm guilty of that too sometimes. Buying concert tickets.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Costs you more money because ticket prices only go up typically. To a game, to a concert. In case something happens the next few weeks or months, I don't want to buy the tickets and get held up.
I think I have a commitment issue when it comes to concerts. Like, I don't know if I'm going to want to go later.
Right, exactly.
What's something else better might come up, or...
I'm the same way. I think it definitely is a commitment problem. Although commitment makes it seem too harsh. For me, I don't want to say I have a commitment problem. I just don't like being locked into a plan. Yeah, I like to stay a little more flexible. Maybe I want to do something else. So when the time comes, someone tries to make plans with me, like, I'll let you know how I'm feeling that day. I don't want to make a plan with you, and then Saturday I wake up and I don't feel well, or I don't feel like doing it anymore. Like, I don't want to have to. I guess it is a commitment problem. I don't know.
Then we're all upset. I'm looking out for the other person,
That's right. That's how I view it, too. I'm trying to do you a favor.
Sports Map Tonight, weeknights from 10 to 1 Eastern.
The Die Hards.
There's a lot that think they're the king, you know what.
And those shows out there are awful.
Yeah, but I've also been very good at grooming co-hosts to be like really national spectacular talents. And then I sit here in my basement broadcasting live.
This is funner.
I suck.
This is funner.
Funner. Is that a word? Funner? You don't even drink.
No.
The Die Hards. Weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Wake up call.
Jerry Jones loves himself some Jerry Jones.
Of course he does, yeah.
Just picture like a little meeting room, a small little meeting room, probably seats maybe 20, 25 people. And as part of the tour, you can go there, you sit down in a seat, a hologram of Jerry Jones appears right before you. You can ask Jerry questions, and through AI, Jerry will answer them.
What he did was he went, hey, guys, listen, I'm not going to be around forever. They got an eternal flame for Al Davis. Now, I'm not going to copy Al Davis, what they did for him, but what could we do for me? And then they threw out some ideas, and then the guy goes, create a hologram AI. He's like, wait a minute, hold on one second. AI meaning I can answer questions for all of eternity? That's right. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Jerry Jones, man.
Yeah, one of a kind.
Wake Up Call with Tony D and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
They come from around the world.
Was getting acquainted behind the play. Now ahead, it's East guy cutting it on net. Firing a shot. He scores!
They come from across the country.
Robbins fend on his pass and shot in front. Youngstown scores. Whitelaw with the hat trick. Right into the danger zone.
Each path is different. Every background diverse, but all arrive with the same goal. Every champion was once a contender. Every professional was once an amateur.
Now puck is floated in, splitting the defenseman, going behind his corner. That can't be, and he scores! What a goal for Kyle Connor!
They were born to be here.
Tilla bounces to Plant. Plant, backdoor, Fowler got across to make the save.
This moment is theirs. The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. It's time for Youngstown Phantoms hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Saturday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Covelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 11 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Sioux Falls Stampede. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and the Stampede were in action here at the Covelli Center last night. Ended up in a 4-3 Youngstown victory. Phantoms got on the board first at 9:32 of the first period was Ryan Botterill with his fourth of the season. Mikey Burchell and Braden Clark with the assist power play goal for the Phantoms, snapping an 0-for-18 string. On the man advantage, 1-0 Youngstown. 3 minutes later, Beckett Hendrickson, a power play goal of his own for the Sioux Falls Stampede, was a 5-on-3 power play goal. Hendrickson's second goal of the season. Chris Pelosi and Kazimir Sobieski with the helpers. We were knotted up at 1. Phantoms retake the lead with 10.2 seconds left in the period. It was Botterill again. Second goal of the game, second power play goal of the game, fifth goal of the season. Grant Young and Braden Clark with the helpers. 2-1 Youngstown at the first intermission. At 6:38 of the second, Torrey Pittner redirects one behind Michael Chambray for Pittner, his third of the season. Kuzma Voronin and Adam Patillo with the helpers. 3-1 Youngstown. 19 seconds later, Sioux Falls cuts it back to a one-goal game on the goal by John McNeilis. Igor Barabanov, I'll get that one of these nights, and Jack Phelan with the assist, and it was 3-2, but then, just about 2 minutes later, Kuzma Voronin with his first of the season as he put home his own rebound. Braden Clark and Andrew Strathman with the assist. With that assist, Andrew Strathman broke the Phantoms record for career points by a defenseman. That was Andrew's 49th point as a Phantom in just 66 games. And it was 4-2 Phantoms at the end of the second period. At 10:41 of the third, Hayden Reed, his first goal in the USHL. John McNeilis and Jake Toll with the helpers. But Sioux Falls could get no closer, and that ended up being our final score. Michael Chambray took the loss. He stopped 29 out of 33. Owen Bartoskevich got the win, his sixth of the season and sixth in a row. He stopped 34 out of 37. Sioux Falls power play was 1 for 6. Youngstown power play was 2 for 4. 3 stars of the game. Third star went to Braden Clark with his 3 assists. Second star with the game-winning goal and also an assist went to Kuzma Voronin. And then the first star with 2 goals, Ryan Botterill. Let's take a listen to last night's post-game interview with Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward.
Ryan, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought the first 2 periods were great, and then they decided to unleash the fog machines out there, so got a little dicey. But I thought we played with pace the first period. I thought the second period we did some good things. I liked our game off the rush. We knew that they were going to give us some odd man rushes just with how hard they come down the wall. And I thought we executed our game plan well in the first 2 periods. The third period I kind of threw away because I couldn't see the puck. So, but no, I thought it was good. I thought our power play had a much needed night where it was effective. Outside of the bogus 5-on-3 call, I think our PK did a good job. And at the end of the day, special teams have to win you a game every now and then, and they certainly did that tonight.
Before we get to the power play, another outstanding night by Owen Bartoskevich. What do you think of Netmeyer's performance?
Yeah, he's an older veteran player in the league. That's Bart has been solid all year, and that third goal was tough on him because he couldn't see anything. But Bart's been solid back there, and he's got to continue to be solid, and that's the expectation.
So 2 power play goals tonight in the first period, and I think you only had 1 power play the rest of the game.
Yeah, shocker.
But, pucks and bodies at the net just seemed to really work for you tonight.
Yeah, I think that was a high-end play Birchie made to Bots coming down the back door. And, in general, I thought our power play played with a level of urgency and desperation that they hadn't up to this point, winning pucks back, winning retrievals, and starting with the puck off the face-off. So, on special teams, you have to outwork the penalty kill. Like, with the power play, you have to outwork the penalty kill. And for the first time this year, I thought our guys did that.
So outside of the 5-on-3, it looked like another solid night for the penalty kill. When they could get clears, they were getting clears, and obviously that's key number one. Key number two is goaltending, and your goaltender was your best penalty killer today.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's that 5-on-3, we let a puck through our space. Like, that usually never happens, honestly. And I mean, our PK's been good all year. It's something that we have to be good at because we are the most penalized team in the league. So it's something we'll continue to work on and be good. And I'm proud of those guys. They battled their butts off today.
All right, Ryan, team's first 3-game weekend of the season. What are you saying to the younger guys as far as making sure they're going to have enough gas left in the tank come Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, for us, it's we gave them 2 days off this week and had a really light day Wednesday. So we're just trying to conserve energy and making sure that the guys are good. We've warned them, whether they heed that warning about making sure they rest and recover and do everything right off the ice. That's up to them, and we certainly try to provide the necessary knowledge and sustenance for those guys. But at the end of the day, they have to go through it and they have to learn, and that's what being a young player in the league is. And you got to go through it, and the next time they go through it, they'll understand how hard it is and what you have to do. So we just got to getting the win tonight, the first win of the weekend, was huge for us, and we're going to go through it together.
Yeah, Coach. So it was a solid night for you guys, but there were some oddball type of plays, some type of stuff like that, like the fog. How, as a coach, how do you kind of keep your players' composure on the bench and on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, you just focus one play at a time, one shift at a time. I thought the third period we were did enough, obviously, to win, and clearing pucks, getting pucks out, getting pucks in, playing a simple game, especially when you have some adversity. I think you just go back to your foundation and block some shots and play hard, and that's it. You just we've been here before, and we'll be here again.
Brian was a little chippy there, especially around Owen Bardaskevich's cage. What do you attribute that when these two teams haven't played each other in 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, listen, any league in the world, you teach your guys to defend your net front, and there was a couple egregious after the whistle plays, and that's just not something that happens at the Cavelli Center and not something that happens against us.
I like it. All right, thanks, Ryan.
All right, thanks.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms! Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the pregame show. Let's get you tonight's scratch report. We will begin with the visiting Sioux Falls Stampede. You can scratch number 8, Zach Nearing, number 20, Will McDonough, and number 26, Arthur Cholach. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 14, Charlie Serrato, number 22, Nathan Lewis, number 23, Brandon Svoboda, and number 27, Andrew Strathman. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups. We will begin with the visiting Sioux Falls Stampede, who enter tonight's game with a 7-3-1-0 record. Their 15 points put them in second place in the USHL's Western Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Bethesda, Maryland, committed to Yale, number 9, Micah Berger. Centering the starting lineup for the Stampede out of Grand Forks, North Dakota, committed to North Dakota, number 17, Jackson Panzer. On the right wing out of River Falls, Wisconsin, committed to Merrimack, number 16, J.J. Wiebusch. On defense out of Chelyabinsk, Russia, number 27, Alexander Rybakov. And out of Samarkand, Russia, committed to the University of Vermont, number 4, Gennady Shaley. In net out of Victoria, Minnesota, committed to the University of North Dakota, number 30, Caleb Heil. Heil enters tonight's game with a 4-2-0-0 record, a 2.87 goals against average, and a .882 save percentage. The Stampede are coached by Eric Rudd, assisted by Ryan Black and Dustin Carlson. And now for the Youngstown Phantoms, who enter tonight's game with a 7-3-0-0 record. Their 14 points put them in third place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Port Perry, Manitoba, number 21, Ryan Botterill. Centering the starting lineup for the Phantoms out of Jackson, Michigan, committed to Miami of Ohio, number 39, Brecken Smith. On the right wing out of Broadview Heights, Ohio, committed to Ohio State, number 56, Ryan Rusinski. On defense out of Raleigh, North Carolina, committed to New Hampshire, number 5, Connor DeHaro. And out of Naperville, Illinois, committed to Massachusetts, number 6, Charlie Lieberman. In net out of Westford, Massachusetts, number 1, Colin Wynn. Colin enters tonight's game with a 1-2-0-0 record, a 3.67 goals against average, and a .866 save percentage. The Phantoms are coached in his second season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Andy Contois. They are assisted by Brandon Gotkin and Brandon Dennis. The equipment manager is Stephen Smith. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach is Neil Conway. The strength and conditioning coach is Tommy Malloy. Director of skill development is Carl Linden. And the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. Officials for tonight's game are as follows. The referee will be Charlie Vancula. The linesmen will be Michael Daltrey and William Hancock. Just about 2 minutes remaining before the starting lineup and national anthems here in the arena, so we're going to step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports. The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
lovely rendition of our national anthem from the Chamber Singers. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack here to bring you the action tonight on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Stampede for the final time this season. Unless, of course, they find themselves matched up in the Clark Cup final in May. Including the playoffs, Youngstown has won their last 11 here at the Covelli Center, but will be without the services of their captain this evening, as he is suspended for a slash last night on Zach Nearing. But right now you can roll for initiative because we are underway. Youngstown controls the draw. Lieberman head off of Rusinski and into the Sioux Falls zone. Shaley whacks it up the near wall. Rusinski keeps it nicely at the line. Sends it down low, but eluded Botterill. Shaley picks it up, snaps it ahead to a man in the neutral zone. Finds its way to Wiebusch. Down low to Panzer. Slid down to Rybakov. Panzer up to the point for Shaley. Walks the line. Gives it up for a shot in front, and Panzer, I think, drew a penalty there against Charlie Lieberman. I was just waiting kind of for the indication here from Charlie Van Kula. In fact, Charlie Lieberman's being sent to the locker room. A 5-minute major for cross-checking and a misconduct to Charlie Lieberman. So 34 seconds into this one in the first period, presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Youngstown have some work to do on the PK. As right now, Charlie Van Kula is over explaining his call to Ryan Ward. And Ryan Ward looks like he wants to get his money's worth right now. So they've got 4 on the board, which I don't think is right. Covelli Center crowd voicing their displeasure now. There is 5 minutes showing on the board. So, yes, a major penalty and at least a misconduct to Charlie Lieberman. Don't know if it's a game misconduct or not. I'll have to get that information from official scorekeeper Lynn Seekford down the box to my left. But right now, Youngstown on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. They won the faceoff, but Pittner couldn't clear. But here, Braden Clark pressures Sobieski, and Machu will get the clear. Power play for Sioux Falls last night was 1 for 6 on the season. The penalty kill for Youngstown, 96.2%. That is second in the USHL. Power play for Sioux Falls is 13.5%. That's 12th. Into the zone came Shaley, had it taken away, and now coming ahead is Braden Clark. Clark in on net, he scores! Shorty, you attend. Braden Clark with the wonderful feed from Brecken Smith right up the middle on the clear. And Youngstown has a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 1:04. And nothing really too fancy there from Braden. Just came right down the middle and snapped it past Caleb Heil to the blocker side. And Youngstown has an early 1-0 lead as here Sioux Falls controls the faceoff. Of course, major power play for the Stampede. They can score as many times as they want. As here Youngstown will get another clear. Panzer knocks it out to center. Comes near side for the touch by Berger. Back in their own zone, it's Phelan. Phelan over to Panzer, and now near side for Wiebusch, watched by Jack Wilson, picked up by Grant Young. He'll clear it down the ice. And it's Kuzma Voronin serving the penalty for Charlie Lieberman. Is here, I think, an icing call will be whistled on the Sioux Falls Stampede, and that is the case. 3:31 left on this Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. 17:57 left in the first period. It is 1-0 Youngstown. Phantoms scored on their first shot on goal of the game, courtesy of Braden Clark. And we have it at least an assist to Brecken Smith on that play. Did not hear the official ruling over the PA. Here Clark wins the faceoff, drops it back to Osborne. He'll send it to DeHaro as he retreats toward his own line. Backhands it ahead. Into the zone comes Clark. Across the top of the circles, ripped a shot, got blocked to the end glass by Phelan. Clark in after his own rebound. Wedged off the puck as it slides over to Panzer. Chipped it behind the net for Phelan. He'll start to skate it ahead. Near side for Weebush, back to Phelan. And now ahead off of Weebush and redirected into the Youngstown zone so that Sioux Falls can go off for a change. DeHaro attempted to clear but kept in by Hendrickson. Slid it over to Pelosi, up to the line for Shaley, over to Sobieski, top of the left circle. Back to Shaley, near side, shot right to the belly of Colin Wynn, no rebound. 2:47 left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill for Youngstown. Face off to the left of Wynn. It'll be Burchill to take the draw as he sets up his winger Patilla on the near boards. Face off warning on Youngstown. As here they win the draw, but Machu played it into the corner. Nobody there for Youngstown. Sent around the boards by Hendrickson. Borgula tangles up with Machu. Puck came free for Henderson for a moment. Patilla had it, just couldn't get it past Pelosi's skates, and it's kept in at the line by Sobieski. Pelosi down low. Hendrickson tried to center, blocked off by Wynn. Back to Hendrickson, he'll come near corner. Up to center point, Sobieski. Thought about the shot, gave it left circle for Pelosi. Shot blocked, came to the weak side, it's fired wide of the cage. I think that was Shaley. 2:15 left on the penalty kill for Youngstown. Pelosi to Sobieski, center point, blocked by Patilla, picked up by Machu, chipped ahead, hit Patilla. He's going to skate it ahead slowly, but then lost it in the neutral zone. Hendrickson in the zone down the left side, watched by Machu. Hendrickson around the cage, near side. Sends it cross point to Sobieski. Top of the left circle, Pelosi, center point, Sobieski. Thought about the shot, gave it up to Shaley. Back to Sobieski. Fed into the circle as the net is kicked off by Colin Wynn. No danger of a scoring chance there, but the faceoff going to stay in the Youngstown zone, and no line change will be allowed on the accidental kick off the pegs there by Colin Wynn. .141 left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Sasha Bimini needs to get back on the bench. All right, Burchett will take the draw against Panzer. Second power play unit back out for Sioux Falls. Panzer wins the draw. Phelan down the wall to McNeilis. Back to Panzer in the corner, out to the point for Phelan. Bobbled it, chip past him by Burchell. Mikey's off to the races. Mikey coming in on Heil. Got the shot away, glove save, and he'll just throw it back into play. McNeilis carries ahead through center, took a little whack from Grant Young, then bumped off his line hard by Jack Wilson. But Midian slaps at it, kept at the near point by Phelan. Played into the circle for McNeilis, back to Phelan at the point. Left circle for Weebush, 1:07 left in the power play. Weebush shot blocked by Jack Wilson, bounces to Grant Young, chipped as far as the neutral zone, stopped there by Phelan before it could go the length of the ice. McNeilis fires it back in, Wynn slows it down, comes to Wilson in the left circle, tried to throw it around the window, hit a man, that was McNeilis, it bounced to Bemidjian, and Sasha clears it down the ice. Heil, his clearing attempt hit Grant Young. Young to Gunty Fan on the one-timer, loose in the slot, Grant Young backhands into the corner. Squirts far side for McNeilis, 30 seconds left in the major power play for Sioux Falls. Snapped ahead, into the zone comes Mason. Bumped by Torrey Pittner. Sent around the boards, Clark pitches at it with that pickle stabber. McNeilis tying it up on the half wall. Dillard gets it free to Shaley, up to the point to Sobieski. He'll walk the line, Shot blocked into the meshing by Braden Clark. Eight seconds left in the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. But it is the Youngstown Phantoms scoring their third shorthanded goal of the season. Right now they have the 1-0 lead. Faceoff will be to the left of Colin Wynn. Faceoff won by Sioux Falls. Shaley shot blocked loose at the blue paint. Chipped up in the air, and Wynn had to reach up with the trapper as Adam Patilla gets tangled up with a man in a blue shirt. That is Matheson Mason. Face off to the left of Wynn one more time. 3 seconds now left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill, and then Kuzma Veronin will be set free of the penalty box. Sioux Falls win the face-off. Shaley to Mason, back to Shaley. Shot blocked in front, and Mason picks up the rebound and throws it through the 5-hole to win. He scores just as the power play expires. First USHL goal for Matheson Mason. And Sioux Falls ties the game. Time of the penalty, or time of the goal, 5:39. And that's just a rough break for Youngstown, as they kill off the major penalty, and then just as their man rejoins the play, actually Wynn kind of lost his post there. So off the face-off, played into the Youngstown zone. Colin Wynn sends it up the far boards. Grant Young gets hit from behind by Tolba. It's carried ahead by Burchell, 2-on-1 developing with Zach Marin. Burchell tried to fire the pass across. It was broken up. Burchell got it back, couldn't get the shot away. Played into the corner. Young sent it down low, taken away by Dillard, shoveled up the wall by Sioux Falls. McLaughlin kept the play alive to Marin. Ripped one wide of the cage from the slot. Almost came back out in front. Settled down, bounced off the back of the cage. Phelan will snap it ahead. Carrying it to the red line was Geike. And Wynn will set it up for Osborne. Luke backhands it ahead, slapped into the zone by Marin. He'll head off for a change. Out at center, it's McLaughlin dropping it back for Boumediene. Sasha ahead off the stick of McNeilis, comes to the far boards. Rusinski plays it ahead for Botterill. Botterill spins in the right corner, trying to get away from Sobieski, and now chips it near side. Rusinski hustling over. Send it back behind the cage, but nobody there for Youngstown. Sobieski spins away from Smith, folded it ahead, stolen by Rusinski. Tried to drop it behind him, looking for Smith, but picked off. And now Barbanoff will bring it into the Youngstown zone, catches up to it around the goal line. Spins, looks for trailers. Drop back, fanning on the shot was Reed, and now he gets his own rebound and fired it wide of the cage. Rybakov chipped it down low, picked off by DeHaro. Connor carries ahead, but lost it as he came to the blue line. Sent right back in by Reed, who might have taken a high stick there on the play. So he heads off to the bench. Boumediene behind the cage, played it to DeHaro, tried to give it back. Couldn't handle the pass. McNeilis gave it up in front, and a touch pass there by Barabanov. Tried to get it to Pelosi. Went right through his triangle. Now it's Rybakov up to Shaley. Back to Rybakov on the half wall. Fires a shot. Wynn makes the save. Penalty upcoming. We'll let you know about it on the other side of the media timeout. It is a slashing call. 12:07 left in the first. We're tied at 1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and Consultants, HBK's Wealth Advisors, and HBK Valuation and Litigation Support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. It is Chris Pelosi called for slashing. Youngstown heading to the power play for the first time tonight on the season. They're at 12%. That's 13th in the league. Penalty kill for Sioux Falls, 73.3%. That is also 13th in the league. Phantoms were 2 for 4 last night. Both of those power play goals came off the stick of Ryan Botterill, who is out there right now to begin this man advantage. As the Phantoms are given a face-off violation. 2 face-off violations. You get a delay game penalty. Face-off won by Panzer. Played it into the corner. Burchell battling against Phelan. Braden Clark down there trying to dig it out. As is Botterill. Comes up to the point. Bomidian kept it for a moment, but then turned it over. Chipped ahead. Trying to skate into it is Panzer. He'll catch up to it and get a shot away. Answered by the chest of Colin Wynn. Rebound goes right to Bomidian. Sasha carries ahead, drops it back for Burchell. Mikey into the zone. Cross-ice feed over to Grant Young. Up to the point for Bomidian. To Burchell. Shot, scores! He's getting slick in the Connoquenessing Crick. Mikey Burchell. Ton of traffic there. And he picked the top corner. Caleb Heil had no chance whatsoever of seeing that one. Youngstown regains the lead. 2-1, time of the goal, 8:33 for Burchell. That is goal number 4 on the season. That was right on line for me as I'm in the far corner. And Caleb Heil just had no chance of seeing that one at all. As Burchell picked the near top corner for those of you watching on Flow Hockey is here off the faceoff. Sioux Falls guilty of an icing whistle. Make sure you're following the Phantoms on social media at Y-Town Phantoms on X, Youngstown Phantoms on Facebook and Instagram. Interns Selena and Brendan keeping things 100 all night long. No, Brendan is working feverishly on the goal videos for you right now. As off the faceoff, Sioux Falls gets the win. And they'll break it through center. Coming down the right side is Borgula. His shot answered by the blocker of Wynn. Rebound thrown on net by Pelosi. And a nice save there by Colin Wynn. Grimes, D to Sobieski. Broken up by Ramos, taken by Machu. Throws it around the dasher to Jack Wilson. Backhanded up the wall, kept in by Grimes. Grimes in the circle. Carries around the cage now. Bounces it over to Hendrickson. His shot stopped by Wynn. He covers the rebound as Pelosi and Jack Wilson continue their feud from last night. Pelosi, little slash, getting warned by Charlie Vancula. Now Vancula barking at Jack Wilson as well. Andrew Strathman suspended. So the two wearing the letters are Braden Clark and Jack Wilson. Both have an A on their chest when the Phantoms are in the white jerseys. Face off to the left of Wynn. Sioux Falls out shooting Youngstown 8-3. Face off won by Sioux Falls. Sobieski walked the line, had it poked out to center by Veronin. But then Sobieski basically tackled Veronin so he couldn't go after the puck. No penalty on the play, but nobody from Youngstown able to get down the ice after it, so Sioux Falls will resume the attack. Grimes ahead off of Geike. Loose in front of the Phantoms bench. Dillard sends it into the zone. Bounces behind the cage. Wynn stops it. Backhands it to the far corner. Stopped up by Geike at the top of the circle. Sent it back down in the left wing corner. Taken there by DeHaro. Slid behind the net for Pittner. Torrey backhands it up the near wall. Crashing in on the play, Sobieski tried to center looking for Geike. Broken up by Pittner. Throws it off the window and out to center. Back into his own zone for it is Rybakov. Surveys the scene, sends it near side. I think Sioux Falls might have gotten away with too many men on the ice there as Grant Young picks up a loose puck at center but couldn't chip it past Shaley. Still loose in front of the Sioux Falls bench. Dillard with it. Bumped by Marin as it comes near the Phantoms line. Taken by Mason, but stolen away by DeHaro. Backhanded ahead, couldn't find Zach Marin, and will roll to Shaley in the left wing corner of the Sioux Falls zone. Played out to center by Matheson. Wilson, D-to-D over to Boumediene. Sasha snapped it ahead, but stolen by McNeilis. His shot, however, blocked by Jack Wilson to the left wing corner of the Youngstown zone. Dillard takes a bump from Burchill. Comes up to the point kept by Rybakov. D-to-D to Shaley. Thought about the shot. Still has it. Being watched by Marin. Broken up at center there by Young, but kept at the line somehow before the Phantoms could send it down the ice, but be guilty of an icing whistle there. 9:02 left in the first. Youngstown leads 2-1. Short-handed goal by Braden Clark. Power play goal by Mikey Burchill. Face off to the right of Colin Wynn. Burchill will take the draw. Face off warning on Youngstown. Face off won cleanly by Burchill. Boumediene behind the cage to Wilson. Swept around the wall. Goes out to center. Shaley kind of slowed it down a little bit as Marin played it to Burchill. Dropped back for Wilson. Throws it off the far wall. Bounces to Boumediene. Sasha ahead toward the Youngstown line. Picked off by Shaley. Back in the zone come the Stampede as McNeilis plays it behind the cage. Picked up there by Jack Wilson, who probably still needs to get off the ice here. Toward the net, blockered away by Colin Wynn. McNeilis to it. Down low to Barabanov. Reed up to the point to Shaley. D-to-D to Rybakov. His shot missed it high and wide. Reed to the rebound near side. Up to the point for Shaley. Walks the blue line. Lets a wrister go. Hit a man in the slot. That was actually his own teammate, Barabanov. Smith with it. Plays it over to Wilson. Now back far corner for Boumediene. Sasha snaps out to center for Zach Marin. Ahead to the line for Brecken Smith. Stolen as he tried to enter the Sioux Falls end. Pass ahead taken away by Finn McLaughlin. Back to Smith at the Sioux Falls line. Fires it on net. That's going to be gloved and held by Caleb Heil. Will have immediate timeout. 7:50 left in the first. Youngstown leads 2-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center. 7:50 left in the first period. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Phantoms with the 2-1 lead. Sioux Falls out shooting them. 9-4. In fact, Sioux Falls has outshot their opponent in all 11 games this season. Face off to the left of Heil. Smith to take the draw for Youngstown. Posed by Panzer. Panzer won the draw. Phelan around the wall to Webush, chipped out the center. Picked up by Rusinski. Spins away from Berger, got it to Botterill. Over to Smith, into the zone. Oh, I don't know about that offside call. Unless they're saying Brecken Smith was offside on himself, but Ryan Rusinski definitely drugged the boot. Face off in the neutral zone. Smith to take the draw against Panzer once more. Smith wins this one. Botterill over to Osborne. Luke snapped into the zone, but Heil stopped it behind the cage. Played it into the corner for Rybakov. He'll lift it out to center. Hustling to beat out the icing whistle is Wiebusch. And he'll float it near side to Berger. To Panzer. Tried to play it up top. Broken up by Botterill. Phantoms will start it ahead. Botterill hits the red line, and very much offside on that one was Ryan Rusinski. 7:11 left in the first now. Line change for the Phantoms. Out come Ramos, Ronaldo, and Gunty. Faceoff was won by Pelosi, however. Sobieski over to Borgula. Back to Sobieski. Kept at the line for a moment by DeHaro. Threw Gunty to the far side. Sent out to center by Grimes. Machu played it back. Pelosi picked it off but couldn't enter the zone, so he's stripped of the puck by Ronaldo. Now it's Machu, D to DeHaro. Snapped ahead. Redirected into the zone by Ronaldo. Grimes, first one to it. Sends it up the far wall off of Borgula, kept by Ramos, a spinning shot on net. Ronaldo tried to fire home the rebound, but he missed the cage. Machu kept it at the line, bounced it toward the net. Heil sticks it down, gets it to Grimes, double teamed. Ronaldo tried to feed it in front, broken up, came back to him, up the near wall to DeHaro, sent it up to the point, nobody there for Youngstown. Machu having to hustle over, almost a 2-on-0 there. Great stick in the neutral zone by Machu to deny the chance for the Stampede. Hendrickson got it to a man in the circle. That was Pelosi, his one-timer wide of the cage. Machu to the rebound, to DeHaro up the near wall. Ramos can't get it out to center past Rybakov. They'll battle at the half wall. Ronaldo, his clearing attempt, held in by Pelosi. Ramos, he'll try. Poked away from him by Rybakov. Ramos finally gets it out to center. Gunty pokes it past Shaley, but it's going to be picked up by Pelosi, sent back toward the Youngstown line. Picked up by Machu as Sioux Falls goes for the line change. D to DeHaro near side. Brings it to the red line, fires it into the Sioux Falls zone so Youngstown can complete the line change as Heil sends it near side. Stopped up by Veronin, got it to Clark, up to the point for Pittner. His slap shot stopped by Heil. Rebound loose, unable to be fired home by Braden Clark as there is a shot block there in the middle. And now Pittner can't hold the zone. He's forced out to center. Boumediene slipped it ahead, was looking for Clark. Pass out of his reach. Shaley sent it out to center, found Geike. Back over to Shaley. He'll float far side. Snapped ahead off the stick of Mason. Rolls to the left corner. Pittner sends it up the wall, pinching in to keep it alive is Toll. His shot blocked. Pittner. His clearing attempt stopped by Dillard. Up to the point, kept by Geike. His shot blocked. Trickles one down low, blocked in the slot by Clark. Snapped ahead, was looking for Veronin, but picked off by Toll. And then Toll promptly had his pocket picked by Braden Clark as he tried to cross the red line. Clark sends it into the Sioux Falls zone and goes off for a change. Phelan trying to get away from Veronin. Passes ahead for the carry up by Geike. He'll gain the red line, send it into the Youngstown zone, go off for a change. Win plays it over to Machu. And now Burchell. Mikey ahead. Into the zone comes Wren. Got Burchell, tried to get it back, but the pass was just out of his reach. Sioux Falls plays it behind the net. Toll off the window to McNeilis and out to center. Glove down by Jack Wilson. Tried to find Burchell, but picked off by Barabanov. Ahead comes Reed. Cross-ice feed for McNeilis. He fanned on the one-timer, hit the heel of his stick. Otherwise, he had an open net. Grimes to Sobieski in his own zone. Out to Reed at center and back to Grimes. Took a bump, but kept the puck as he came into the zone. Sends it around the kick plate, comes near side. McNeilis played it into the corner, taken away by Jack Wilson. Got it to Zach Marin. His pocket picked. McNeilis between the circles. Floats it over to an oncoming Sobieski. Sent up the wall, but went through the legs of Barabanov and out to center. McNeilis into the zone to Barabanov. To reach, shot, missed the net. And into the meshing. Thought that one might have stayed in play. It was not, however. 3:18 left in this first period. 2-1 Youngstown. Shots on goal are now 9-7 in favor of the Sioux Falls Stampede. So I think 4 of the last 5 shots here in the period belong to Youngstown. I believe it was 8-3 at one point on the shot counter. Face-off won by Panzer, but Sioux Falls could not get control. Osborne to Botterill, ahead to Smith. Smith tried to feed it down the middle off of Rusinski. Botterill pumped it on net, and a shoulder save by Heil. Smith toward the cage, missed it wide. Rebound comes near side, Osborne. Pinched in, but couldn't keep it alive. Comes out to center, McLaughlin. Back in his own zone. Finn sent it toward the line, did get out to center. Unable to keep was Wiebusch. Rybakov to his own blue line. Stolen by Brecken Smith. Back into the zone. Tried to make a move, but bumped off his line by Rybakov. Now McLaughlin broke up a pass at center. Puck really just pinballing around. Now finally settled by Rusinski. He will backhand it into the Herd zone and go off for a change. 2:30 left in the first. Shaley ahead. Down the far side. Past Pittner. Shaley, the defenseman, centering feed. Win with the save on the redirect attempt there by Wiebusch. Botterill with the steal. Plays it out to center. Looking for Gunty, but it went to Shaley. Back to the line for Panzer. Over to Berger. His shot blocked away. Don't know if it ever got in on Colin Wynn. McLaughlin to the rebound. To Gunty, and now Ronaldo. He'll carry ahead 2-on-2. Drop back for Pittner, joining the rush. Backdoor, Gunty bobbled the pass, centered in front. Gunty scores! Let's go fishing with dynamite. A broken play leads to the puck just kind of pinballing around the Sioux Falls net. Johnny on the spot right there in front of an open cage. Miles Gunty puts it home for goal number 3 on the season, and Youngstown has a 3-1 lead. Time of the goal, 18:08. Beautiful feed by Torrey Pittner. Just Gunty had it hit off the heel of his stick. It came to Sam Rinaldo. And Sam fed it back in front. Gunty took a couple of whacks at it and got it home. So off the draw, we are in the Sioux Falls zone. Stampede. Snap it out to center, broken up by Ronaldo. Over to Ramos. His shot wide of the cage. Rebound taken by Grimes and sent out to center. He found Hendrickson. Hendrickson splits the defense. Hendrickson fanned on the shot. Maybe a little stick lift there by Ramos at the last moment. And it'll be Hunter carrying it ahead. Ramos, red line and blue, into the Sioux Falls zone. Forced wide by Sobieski. Shot wide of the cage. Comes to Grimes, far corner. Spins off the hit of Patilla. Slides it over to Sobieski. Over to Borgula. Past Pelosi, out to Hendrickson at center. He'll chip into the Youngstown zone where he will get tangled up by Machu. Less than a minute remaining in the period. 3-1 Youngstown. Rybakov to Shaley, ahead to the line for Hendrickson. Centering feed, but Borgula had his stick tied up as it comes through to Colin Wynn. Plays it off the far boards and out to center. Right to the stick of Shaley. He gets submarined by Braden Clark. Unable to carry into the zone was Kuzma Veronin. Thought Sioux Falls got away with a slash there, as Pelosi has it knocked away by Machu and out to center. Bouncing puck comes back to Machu in the Youngstown zone. D over to Haro. Connor head up. Chipped it ahead to the Sioux Falls line to Braden Clark. Plays into the right wing corner. Taken to the boards there by Rybakov. Stampede come out of that scrum with the biscuit. It's Reed carrying ahead. 10 seconds left in the period. Reed spins the top of the right circle. Lost his footing. Kept the puck for a moment, but it'll be Kuzma Veronin looking up at the clock. And that'll do it for the first period of play. Shorthanded goal by Braden Clark. Power play goal by Mikey Burchell. Even strength goal by Miles Gunty has given the Youngstown Phantoms a 3-1 lead at the end of 20 minutes. Shots on goal in the first period, 10-9 in favor of Sioux Falls. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Golf in the Mahoney.
passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 3-1 lead on the Sioux Falls Stampede. Shots on goal in that first period, 10-9 in favor of Sioux Falls. Youngstown got the party started early, though it didn't look great. 34 seconds into the game, Charlie Lieberman given a 5-minute major for cross-checking and I believe a game misconduct, because otherwise he could have come back into the game by now. But 30 seconds into that kill for Youngstown, Braden Clark gets a shorthanded goal. Breakaway and just snapped a wrister past Caleb Heil from the hash marks for Clark, his second goal of the season. Brecken Smith and Torrey Pittner with the assists, 1-0 Youngstown. 5 seconds after the major penalty expires, Matheson Mason sweeps one past Colin Wynn. Colin kind of lost his post a little bit, and Mason swept it far side past him. For Matheson Mason, his first goal in the USHL. They have the assist to Gennady Shaley. Have to check on that one, but that knotted it up at 1. At 8:33, Phantoms get a power play goal from Mikey Burchell, his fourth goal of the season. Right now, the lone assist to Sasha Babinian, but we are actively reviewing those right now as we speak. And then at 18:08, Miles Gunty, his third goal. of the season to give Youngstown a 3-1 lead. Assists to Sam Rinaldo and Torrey Pittner, who had 2 apples there in that first period. Just 2 penalties in the first period. Lieberman called for the major for cross-checking 34 seconds in, and then at 7:53, Chris Pelosi called for slashing. That's what led to the Mikey Burchell power play goal. Caleb Heil has stopped 6 out of 9. Colin Wynn has stopped 9 out of 10. Sioux Falls power play 0 for 1. Youngstown power play 1 for 1. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. First intermission report. Phantoms have a 3-1 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. Let's find out what else is going on in the sports world. We'll start by taking a look at the USHL scoreboard. Lincoln has a 1-0 lead over the Des Moines Buccaneers at the first intermission. Madison and Team USA tied at 1, also at the first intermission. Fargo and Omaha tied at 2, first intermission. First intermission, Waterloo, Dubuque and Waterloo also knotted at a goal apiece. First intermission in Sioux City. The Musketeers have a 1-0 lead over the Chicago Steel, who are in the midst of an 8-game winless streak. First intermission at Trinity Health Arena, the Muskegon Lumberjacks have a 2-1 lead over the Green Bay Gamblers. And then getting underway in about 20 minutes, the Tri-City Storm are in Cedar Rapids to take on the Stampede. Over to the NHL scoreboard, Ottawa has a 2-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. 1 minute left in the first period. End of the second period in Sunrise, the Kraken and Panthers knotted at 2. Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Red Wings. 5 minutes left in the first. Jets and the Habs tied at 1. 2 minutes left in the first. First intermission in Columbus, the Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jackets. 2 minutes left in the first in Nashville. Maple Leafs and Predators tied at a goal apiece. Later tonight, the Rangers will be in Vancouver to take on the Canucks, and the Golden Knights will be in LA to battle the Kings. Earlier this afternoon, the Ducks down the Flyers by the score of 7-4. Take a look at the college football scoreboard. Earlier this afternoon, number 10 Penn State held off Indiana 33-24. Right now, 24 USC in a shootout with Cal Berkeley. They are knotted at 43. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 30 seconds left in the first. Washington has a 7-0 lead on Stanford. Air Force and Colorado State tied at 7. Tennessee with a 10-3 lead over Kentucky 4 minutes into the second quarter. Ohio State has a 3-0 lead on Wisconsin halfway through the first. Ole Miss with a 7-0 lead over Vanderbilt 4 minutes into that one. Colorado and UCLA scoreless 2 minutes in. Earlier this afternoon, Florida State 41, Wake Forest 16. Kansas with a big upset of the day. They down number 6, Oklahoma 38-33. Georgia all over Florida at the world's biggest outdoor cocktail party in Jacksonville as Georgia down the Gators 43-20. Texas all over BYU 35-6. Oregon beats up on Utah 35-6. Notre Dame put the hurtin' on the Pitt Panthers 58-7. My goodness, Louisville shuts out Duke 23-0, and Tulane holds off Rice 30-28. Take a quick look at the college hockey scoreboard. Bentley 3-0 over Robert Morris. Sacred Heart 2-1 lead over Niagara in the third period. RIT 2-1 lead over Holy Cross at the first intermission. Northern Michigan, a 2-1 lead over Ferris State 5 minutes into the third period. St. Thomas and Bemidji State scoreless at the end of one. UMass Lowell with a 1-0 shutout of UConn. Vermont and Providence tied at 1 5 minutes into the third. Merrimack, a 1-0 lead over Northeastern at the first intermission. UMass, a 1-0 lead over Boston University at the first intermission. Dartmouth and New Hampshire scoreless at the first intermission. Maine and Quinnipiac tied at 1. St. Lawrence and Lake Superior State tied at 1. Minnesota, Duluth, and Cornell scoreless 2 minutes into the second. Michigan with a 2-0 shutout of Lindenwood. Miami leads Arizona State 1-0. Minnesota State and North Dakota tied at 1. 6 minutes left in the first. Clarkson with a 1-0 lead over Michigan Tech. 6 minutes left in the first. Augustine and Colorado College underway later tonight, as will be Air Force in Denver, and Ohio State will wrap up its 2-game set with the Omaha Mavericks. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard in our first intermission report. We're going to step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, second period action between the Youngstown Phantoms and Sioux Falls Stampede. Here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why. Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the second period. Youngstown with a 3-1 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. First period goals belonging to Braden Clark, Mikey Burchell, and Miles Gunty. Matheson Mason has the marker for the Sioux Falls Stampede. Face-off warning here on Sioux Falls as we prepare to start the second period. Puck finally down. You can roll for initiative. The second period is underway as Clark controlled the draw, got it back to Wilson, ahead to Veronin at center, couldn't control it, and Shaley will send it ahead. As we have a buzzer on the play. I see referee Charlie Vancula talking things over quickly with timekeeper Rob Russo. And it looks like we're ready to resume play. Face-off warning on Sioux Falls. And that'll be a face-off warning on Braden Clark. So one each way. Again, you get a second one, delay game penalty as here Clark wins the draw cleanly. Picked up by Jack Wilson in the corner, and he'll just sauce out to center. Touch there by Shaley, brought into the zone by Patilla. Patilla tried a little move. Ended up losing the puck, bouncing around in the blue paint, bounced off the shoulder of Veronin, almost went in the cage off of that as Patilla, never good, bad idea just to get the puck on net. And that's what Adam did there from a bad angle as in their own zone, it's Machu out to center, ahead to Veronin in the SF end. To Clark, skate to stick, fanned on the shot, puck rolls in the left corner, Braden's there after it. To Patilla, sweeps it up the boards to Wilson. Send it back from whence it came, but past Patilla. Going to roll near side. Braden Clark and Rybakov battle for it. Patilla gets the puck, sends it to Wilson. Danced around from Weebush, but nice stick there by JJ. Poked it out to center. Machu in his own zone. D to Wilson. Back ahead to the line for Veronin. Touch it behind him to Clark. Got the shot away. Ripped it wide of the cage. Don't know if he saw Grant Young coming off the bench there to join the play. And here it's loose at center. Young has it in his skates. Taken away by Panzer. Into the zone comes Shaley. Shaley chips in on net, sticked away by Colin Wynn to Grant Young in the corner. Burchell off the window to the line, kept in by Shaley. Left it there, knocked away by Burchell, but couldn't dance around Panzer. Came to Veronin, but gave it right up to Shaley. D over to Phelan. Ahead to the line, taken away by Youngstown, sent right back into the SF zone. No icing here. Shaley fanned on it. Then taken away by Burchell. Tried to center looking for Young. Broken up by the Stampede, and they'll bring it ahead. Borgula to Phelan. Couldn't handle the pass. He'll regather in the corner. Up to Borgula at the point for a one-time full slapper. Don't know if that got in on Colin Wynn or not. As there's a big hit by Jack Phelan. Legal check on Torrey Pittner. Beautiful play as Young touches it to Burchell. Mikey, toe drag shot blocked by Borgula. Loose in front of the blue paint, swept away by Pelosi. Played off the window and out to center. Shoveled back ahead by Pittner, but just out of the reach of Burchell. Couldn't bring it into the zone cleanly. Now Borgula chips it past Zach Marin ahead to Pelosi, and now Hendrickson. Hendrickson across the top of the circles, rips a shot off the pad of Colin Wynn. Rebound hard off the corner boards, carried ahead by Zach Marin. Zach steps in, shot blocked by Sobieski. To Borgula. Ahead to center looking for Reed, broken up by Luke Osborne. Rolls to Bamidian. Sent back to Osborne. Luke carries to center. To Burchell to Smith. His shot wide of the cage. Heil pokes at it, bounces behind the net. Toll grabbed it there for Sioux Falls, cleared the line, kept by McLaughlin. His low shot redirected by Smith, just wide at the mouth of the blue paint. Osborne pinched in to keep it alive, but it's taken by Sobieski down below the goal line. Botterill trying to get the puck away from him. Up to the point, Osborne kept it for a moment. Botterill whacking at it, came up to the point, kept by Youngstown. Rusinski, double team, fought through the check, shot, scores! He's having fun, looking out for number one, Ryan Rusinski. His first goal in the USHL gives Youngstown a 4-1 lead. Time of that goal, 3:22. What an effort for the young man from Broadview Heights. Fighting through a check right there in the middle and able to sweep it past Caleb Heil. Great work by Ryan Botterill to keep that at the line as well. And Youngstown has a 3-goal lead. As icing is the indication off the face-off win. So I know it'll be at least 56 from 21. I don't know about a second assist, though. Face off to the right of Heil after the icing whistle. Dillard to take the draw against Rinaldo. Sam wins it, walking down the wall is DeHaro. Connor got it on net, sticked away by Heil. Rebound behind the cage to Ramos, lost it. Picked up by Rybakov, slides it over to Shaley. Comes to Mason, and ahead to Geike. Chips it past Machu, but DeHaro's going to be the first one to it below the goal line. DeHaro around the cage, sent up the far wall, whacking at it was Hunter Ramos, but couldn't get the clear. Now it's in the left circle, picked up by Rinaldo off the window and out to center. Shaley lost it in his skates, but into the zone comes Sam Rinaldo, offside. And linesman William Hancock is going to call that an intentional offside on the Phantoms and bring the faceoff all the way down into the Youngstown zone. Don't know if I agree with that one. 15:54 left in the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Faceoff to the right of Colin Wynn. Panzer to take the draw against Burchell. Faceoff warning on Burchell. Draw one by Panzer. Battle for it along the wall. Picked up by the Phantoms and cleared as far as center. Trying to hustle after it, Zach Marin, but swept away from him by Phelan. Burchell at center. Back to Pittner. Ahead to Young. Chipped it just wide of the cage. Heil roaming. Able to play it into the corner, however. Now it comes far side. Phelan's going to be the first one to it. Up the wall out to center. Picked off there by Bamidian. Sends it near side. Burchell whacks it into the zone. Comes around the dasher to the left corner. Cleared to the line by Phelan, but not out. Bounces into the circle. Phelan regathers, chips it past Burchell. Got it to Weebush. Past Bemidjian, but it bounces to Torrey Pittner. Torrey lost his footing in the right corner. Youngstown comes away with the puck, however. Carrying ahead is Grant Young. Brings it into the zone, sends it over to Zach Marin. Zach, cross-ice feed, was looking for Bemidjian, broken up by Sobieski. Weebush sweeps it out to center. Tried to backhand it to Sobieski, the defenseman joining the rush, but pass did not click. Now a shot gets blocked, kept in at the line by Grimes. Over into the circle for Panzer. His shot stopped by Colin Wynn. Rebound to the Phantoms. Bringing it ahead is Braden Clark. Right down the middle, but swept away from him, and now Borgula has it for the Stampede. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Forced back from the line is Beckett Hendrickson. Thought that the timing might have been off there. And now knocked ahead by Adam Patilla, but it rolls to Sobieski. Left in the left corner for Grimes. Up that far wall to Borgula. Sent cross ice to the Youngstown line off of Hendrickson. Bounces to Machu. Stripped to the puck by Hendrickson. He has it behind the cage. Tried to send it in front. Wynn throws the blocker on top of it. And that'll be our media timeout. 14:06 left in the second. 4-1 Youngstown. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
And I did get word from official scorekeeper Lynn Siegfried. It was a game misconduct for Charlie Lieberman. As we looked at the Phantoms that came out for the second period, Lieberman not amongst them. So unfortunately for Charlie, his night is done, and also have to wonder if he will be having a phone call with the league office come Monday morning. 14:06 left here in the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Phantoms with the 4-1 lead. Goal here in the second period by Ryan Rusinski, his first in the USHL. Young man out of Broadview Heights, committed to Ohio State. Face-off warning here on Sioux Falls as we prepare for a defensive zone draw for Youngstown. Pelosi to take the draw against, I think that's Braden Clark. Face-off win by Braden Clark, but actually slid on net, and Wynn will just throw the trapper on top of it. We'll do it again to the right of Colin Wynn. This time it is Pelosi with the face-off win to Borgula, up to the point to Rybakov. A little trouble with it, able to keep the zone, send it down to the corner for Hendrickson. Behind the cage, it bounced to Pelosi. Tried to center, but it goes right up the middle all the way to the line. Kept by Shaley. No, not kept by Shaley. Sioux Falls going to have to touch up here. Phantoms snap it ahead to Patilla at the Sioux Falls blue. Turned and fired ahead off the ankles of Rybakov. Bounced to Braden Clark, but couldn't bring it forward. And now it comes to Borgula. Sends it over to Rybakov near side. Out to the logo for Hendrickson into the Youngstown end. Slid over to Borgula, the trailer, his wrister. Blocked by Colin Wynn, then a rebound pumped on the cage. Loose down low. Shot got blocked. Now it comes to the Stampede before Veronin stripped his man of the puck. I believe that was Hendrickson. Loose at the red line. Gathered in by Patilla, sent to Veronin, but he couldn't pick up the biscuit. Picked up by Brecken Smith. He got cross-checked, threw off the zone entry. And Youngstown ends up being offside. Adam Patilla needs to be separated away from a Stampede player by the linesman. Now Tomas Machu in. 13:08 left in the second. Shots on goal 15-10 in favor of the Stampede. But it is Youngstown with the 4-1 lead. Face-off just outside the Sioux Falls blue line, near side, right in front of the Youngstown bench. Smith wins the face-off. Phantoms go D to D. Botterill sends it into the zone. Heil stops it behind the cage. Now feathers it to the left corner for Phelan. Chipped it to Reed. He'll carry ahead. Snap to the Youngstown line for Barbanoff. Forced back from the top of the circle, but still has it. Back to Phelan. D to D over to Toll. His shot sticked into the meshing. Off the save by Colin Wynn. 12:43 left in the second. Face off to the right of Wynn. Ronaldo to take the draw against Reed. Won by Sioux Falls. Shot from the point right to the glove of Colin Wynn. That came off the stick of Jake Toll. Young man out of Rosemont, Minnesota. Of course, Rosemont, Minnesota, also the hometown of William Whitelaw, Clark Cup champion. Now skating with the University of Wisconsin. After a spectacular rookie year with the Phantoms last year. Defensive zone draw won by the Phantoms, but Gunty's pass ahead through the skates of DeHaro. However, for the Phantoms, it bounces right to Botterill, who played it ahead to Ronaldo, but unfortunately, Sam couldn't take the pass cleanly. Otherwise, it might have been a 2-on-1 for Youngstown. Now it's the Stampede bringing it ahead. Reed into the zone. Fed it across for McNeilis. His shot stopped by Colin Wynn, and he'll hold it. Another defensive zone draw upcoming for Youngstown. Face off to the right of Wynn. Burchill to take the draw against Mason. Burchill won it. Phantom got tackled on the plays. Youngstown able to get the puck out to center. Picked up there by Grimes. Has to wait for Mason to tag up. Now drop back for Geike. His shot stopped by Colin Wynn. Rebound hard off the corner boards and out to center. Picked up in front of the Youngstown bench by Sobieski. Snap back to the line. Don't know if Dillard got a piece of that. He did not. And icing will be called on the Sioux Falls Stampede. 11:54 left in the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Phantom's going to be home next weekend against the Tri-City Storm on the 3rd and the 4th. Great seats still available. Call Phantom's box office for tickets for more information. 330-747-PUCK. It's 330-747-7825. Offensive zone draw won by Burchill. Marin over to Bomidian. Whacks it down below the cage looking for Grant Young. Bounces to Marin. Zach back to Young. Up to the half wall. Boarded there by Sobieski. The puck comes to Grimes. Gave it up to Dillard and now sent out to Geike. Lost it as he exited the zone. Back in come the Phantoms. Burchill over to Marin. One-timer. What a glove save by Caleb Heil as Zach Marin was bidding for his 4th goal of the season. And that's not a shot that Zach Marin is going to miss very often. Young man out of La Chênaie, Quebec. Face off to the left of Heil. Panzer to take the draw against Burchill. 11:29 left in the second. Face off warning on Panzer. Weebush not lined up correctly. Panzer wins the draw, picked up by Shaley, carries around the net to the far side. Off the boards and out to center. Picked up there by Weebush. He'll carry into the Youngstown end. Dropped it off for Berger. Fired it wide of the cage, and now another shot from Panzer goes wide of the net. He'll be picked up by Marin and carried ahead. Trades it off to Grant Young. Couldn't chip it past Shaley. Nice defense there at the line. Rush upcoming maybe for the Stampede as it is Berger with the shot. Pittner sweeps it off the goal line as it trickled through Colin Wynn. Now it's out to center. Marin took the stick of Rybakov but couldn't get his twig then free to come in on net, and Shaley clears it out to center. in his own zone. Boumediene sends it around around the wall to the far side. Kept in at the line by Shaley, stripped of the puck, and it's sent out to neutral. Taken there by Phelan, sent ahead to Panzer, back into the Youngstown zone, but right to the stick of Boumediene. His clearing attempt blocked, came to Braden Clark. He's unable to clear, but Sioux Falls offside on the play as Youngstown did just get it across the blue paint. And here Boumediene snaps it ahead to the Sioux Falls line. Patilla did not get a piece of it, and that will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. Torrey Pittner sits for 3 seconds and then hustles back onto the ice. Face off to the right of Colin Wynn after the icing whistle. Pelosi to take the draw against Clark. Pelosi won the draw, but it came to Veronin. Went right past the Sioux Falls stick. Kuzma carries ahead, forced wide by Phelan. Veronin centers poked away by Heil. Bounces past Clark. Hendrickson able to clear to center. Comes to Pelosi. And then drop back for Belisle. Ahead off of Borgula and into the right wing corner of the Youngstown zone. McLaughlin played it up the wall to Veronin. Kuzma surveys the scene. Slips it across the ice, looking for Patilla. Belisle got a stick on that. Bounces back to Patilla. Slid it down low right on net and scooped up by Heil. We'll have our immediate timeout. 9:44 left in the second. 4-1 Youngstown. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. 9:44 left in the second period. 4-1 Youngstown. Goal here in the second period by Ryan Rusinski. Assists on that one going to Ryan Botterill. And I think we need to have an assist to Luke Osborne on the Rusinski goal. And if that is an assist for Luke Osborne, that'll be his first point in the USHL to go along with the first USHL goal for Ryan Rusinski. Offensive zone draw for Youngstown. Face-off upcoming to the right of Caleb Heil. Clark to take the draw against Pelosi. Pelosi with the win. Sobieski backhands it around the wall to Hendrickson. He'll touch it off the dasher and out to center. Osborne took his man, and coming to pick up the puck was Finn McLaughlin. Finn around the cage to the far side. Ahead to center for Clark, 3-on-2. Veronin. Pass was behind him. He's going to keep the zone as he gets submarined by Borgula. Pelosi comes in to pick up the loose change and play it out the center. Osborne dances around a couple of people nicely, brings it into the Sioux Falls zone. Osborne forced wide, tried to center, but blocked away by Sobieski. Comes to the near corner. Toll took his man. That's Patilla. And now the puck shoveled to the line by Hendrickson. Kept, at least for a moment, by Smith. As it comes to Toll behind the net. Leaves it in the right corner for Sobieski. Veronin runs into him, but pass ahead for Borgula is going to roll to the right corner, so no immediate breakaway here as Borgula sends it around the board to Hendrickson near side. Chip behind the cage. Hendrickson has it taken away by Smith. Over to McLaughlin. Finn carries ahead, one-hands it into the Sioux Falls zone, goes off for a change. Toll, far side, out to center. Found Hendrickson. He'll backhand it just wide of the cage. Win, gloves it down for Jack Wilson. Jack DDD over to Machu. Delays. Out to center for Smith. Couldn't handle the pass. It bounced to Reed. Tried to give it up to McNeilis. He couldn't handle it either. Now here it's Smith at the left point, chipping it down into the Sioux Falls zone. Off the stick of Shaley. No icing here. He'll spin away from Botterill. Give it up to McNeilis. Ahead into the zone comes Shaley. Dropped it behind him from Barbanoff. To McNeilis. High slot. Shot blocked by Smith. Swept at and poked out the center by a diving Jack Wilson. Barbanoff in his own zone, trying to get away from the forecheck of Miles Gunty. Gunty stripped him of the puck, got it to Botterill, but he couldn't do anything with it. Now another turnover. Ronaldo battling for it, but bouncing puck poked out to center by Rybakov. Wilson couldn't bring it into the zone as I think Botterill was trying to get off to the bench, and now glove fists are being thrown between Reed and Jack Wilson on the offside whistle. Miles Gunty and John McNeilis throwing glove fists as well. Looks like no penalties on the play, though. .736 left in the second. So face-off, far side just outside the Stampede line. Dillard to take the draw against Ronaldo. Face-off warning on Sam. Sam wins the draw, but Geeky outmuscles Ramos and will chip it ahead into the Youngstown end. Geeky gets to it first, plays it over to Dillard. Comes up the near wall, slides it to the point for Grimes. D to D over to Phelan. Keeps the zone, whacks it toward the net, never got there. Bounces to Geeky. Up to the point, but picked off by Ronaldo. Sam carries ahead. Gains the red line. Dropped it back for Gunty. Over to Ramos, shot. Heil makes the save. He doesn't know where it is. It's between his pillows. Heil started looking around for it as Grimes and Ronaldo have to be separated. Miles Gunty joins the pile. Hunter Ramos joins the pile. Torrey Pittner says, don't leave me out. Dillard starts barking at Sasha Boumediene. They trade a few pleasantries. I don't think we're going to see any penalties off this one either. But I believe the faceoff will come outside as Youngstown defenseman came down below the top of the circles. 7:07 left in the second. Youngstown with a 4-1 lead. Only one goal here in the second belonged to Ryan Rusinski. Clark against Dillard in the faceoff circle. Clark wins it to Boumediene, D to D over to Pittner. Torrey gains the red line, snaps into the zone, comes around the kick plate over to Phelan at the left half, and he'll chip it out to center. This one might go for icing. No, Colin Wynn's going to play it, and he'll bank it out to center for Patilla. Slid to the red line. Clark hustling after it, but getting to it first was Geike to Phelan. Slid to Grimes. Spins away from the forecheck of Patilla, goes D to D over to Phelan. He will just lift it down the ice. This one not going to go for icing. Pittner has to play it into the corner to Boumediene. Swept up the wall to Voronin. Touch back to Clark. Braden out to center for Patilla. Into the zone for Voronin. Got checked down from behind. Trying to fight through it was Clark. Nothing called. Play continues. Dillard ahead. Down the right side. Chips it to the corner. DeHaro. Stabbed at it first. Played it to Patilla. Behind him to Clark. Off the boards to the line. Kept by Toll. No, not kept by Toll. Linesman right there. My angle's a little off, so I'll defer to his judgment on that one. 6:10 left in a very slow-moving second period. Engineer Dave Ferris says, I'm pretty sure that puck was still in the zone, but our opinion counts for little and less. Sioux Falls controls the draw. They'll chip it to the right wing corner. Wynn sticks it down for DeHaro. Played to the near corner. Machu can't get a stick on it. Neither can Grant Young. Second effort, though. Grant Young going to fight through a check. Got it ahead to Burchell. Slid over to Marin. Down the left side. Centering feed. Young. Shot right to the belly of Heil, and he will pounce on the rebound. Grant Young's been buzzing. Still looking for that first USHL goal. .547 left in the second. Face off to the right of Heil. Burchell will take the draw against Panzer. Panzer wins it cleanly to Toll. Around the boards, out to Berger at center. Ed looking for Weebush, couldn't take the pass cleanly. Wynn shovels it to the near wall. Machu ahead. Burchell couldn't clear, kept by the Stampede. They'll throw it right side, sent off the window by Youngstown, off of Marin, and just out to center Actually, this one might have bounced out of play, but face-off going to come right at center red. Maybe a hand pass there at center. Maybe that was the call. 5:27 left in the second. Shots on goal are 20-15 in favor of the Stampede. Maybe Pelosi and Smith there in the face-off. Smith with the win. Bamidian snapped ahead, but Botterill couldn't get to the puck. The linesman was in his way. So icing called on Youngstown. Face-off back in the Phantom zone. Looks like they're going to bring it to the right of Colin Wynn. Near side for those of you watching on Flow Hockey. Pelosi against Smith in the circle one more time. Face-off warning on the Stampede. Face-off warning on Youngstown. Smith with the clean face-off win. Played to the point, kept in by Rybakov. Walks the blue, gives it over to Shaley. His shot stopped by Wynn, and he'll cover the rebound. For a second, I thought Colin didn't know where that puck was off the rebound. 5:12 left in the second. Face-off will now be to the left of Colin Wynn. Ticket sales executive Tyrell Rogers joining us in the press box. Always great to see Tyrell. Call Tyrell for all your fans' ticket needs. 330-747-PUCK. 330-747-7825, extension 4. Youngstown wins the draw. Wilson Amachu whacks it around the wall to Rosinski. Touch behind him to Smith. He'll bring it to the neutral zone. Ahead to Ryan Botterill. Bouncing puck, couldn't control it. Shaley whacks it back to the line. Rosinski keeps the zone nicely. Puck still bouncing around. Rybakov will swat it out to center. Wilson plays it back to the line, but right to the stick of Pelosi, who carries ahead. Stripped of the puck, and now it's Botterill. Bots to Machu. Swept down low, back to Botterill. He'll lose the puck to Rybakov, sends it around the boards to Shaley, far side. His pass knocked away by Ronaldo. Loose in the neutral zone. Brought into the zone by Hendrickson. Hendrickson has a step, trying to make a move. Couldn't get the shot away as he cut across the mouth of the blue paint. 4:23 left in the second. Puck around to the far side. Shaley off the pad of Colin Wynn from an extreme angle. Came out in front. Phantoms trying to clear, and Botterill puts it over the glass, out of play. NHL, that's a delay of game penalty. But here in the USHL, you're just denied a line change. .410 left in the second. Faceoff will be to the left of Colin Wynn. Be Reed to take the draw. Against Ronaldo. Faceoff warning on the Phantoms. They didn't like the way that Miles Gunty was lined up. And a delay game called on Youngstown. Linesman just did not like the way the Phantoms were set up, and now the Phantoms going to be penalized for it. Ryan Ward looking for an explanation. And frankly, I think he's owed that. And over having to face the music is linesman Michael Daltrey. So Youngstown to their second penalty kill of the game. And they need to get somebody over to the penalty box. Looks like going to serve the penalty. It's Miles Gunty. So face off to the right of Colin Wynn. Phantoms 1 for 1 on the kill. Only penalty they've had to kill so far was the major to Charlie Lieberman in the first period. Face-off controlled by Sioux Falls. Shaley, center point. Near point for Sobieski. He'll walk the blue line. Thought about the shot, gave it up to Pelosi. Fed goal line extended for Borgula, back to Pelosi. Center point, Sobieski. Pelosi, top of the circle, tried to slide it back door, was looking for Hendrickson, pass didn't click. Hendrickson to Shaley, to Sobieski, center point. Top of the left circle, Pelosi, shot score. Chris Pelosi, the power play goal at 16-15. Trims the Youngstown lead to 4-2 as the Covelli Center crowd voices their displeasure with the officiating crew. And just a beautiful shot there by Pelosi. Beat Wynn to the glove side. And whistle on the play. I wonder if Ryan Ward has been given a penalty. He has. Ryan Ward has been given an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and Youngstown will head right back to the penalty kill. Over to serve the penalty is Zach Marin. Time of the penalty, 16-19. Sioux Falls controls the draw. Walking the line is Sobieski. Throws it off the wall to himself. Tried to club it down that wall. Got it to Borgula. Down low, Hendrickson tried to step in front. Lost his footing, and Wynn covers the loose puck. Face off to the left of Wynn. I think that's Adam Patilla to take the draw. It was Patilla, but it is won by Pelosi. Over to Sobieski, the one-timer block. Bouncing puck in the slot. Comes over to the right corner. Patilla will pick it up, fire it around the kick plate, hit the stanchion, bounce to the middle of the ice. It did make it out as far as the neutral zone. And I think maybe a slashing call, a hook, will be the call on the Sioux Falls Stampede. Kazimir Sobieski, the guilty party, will skate 4-on-4 for 1:32. And Youngstown will have a 28-second power play. And I think if you look in the dictionary under makeup call, that's where you're going to find that one. Face off to the left of Caleb Heil as we begin the 4-on-4. Panzer won the draw cleanly. Shaley around the board is going to be kept at the point by Osborne. Luke into the corner for Botterill. Center point for Jack Wilson. Spins away from Panzer. Back to Osborne. Left point. Luke, little bobble with the puck, sent down the wall. Going to squirt to Rybakov. Sliding in there, trying to get it away from Rybakov was Burchell, but he's able to get it over to Shaley. And Shaley will carry ahead. Into the Youngstown zone. Couldn't dance around his man. That was Osborne. Chipped out the center and skating into it is Burchell. Mikey on the breakaway. Shot, glove saved by Caleb Heil. He'll toss it down to Panzer. I think that's the second breakaway of the game for Burchell. Denied on both. Here it's Wilson with the steal at center, but bringing it back ahead is Panzer. 2-on-1. Panzer down the right side shot. Colin Wynn makes the save. He'll hang on. Opened up a little there. Nice saves by both goaltenders. Face off. They should be to the left of Colin Wynn. Line change for both sides. Braden Clark going to take the draw against Pelosi. Youngstown controls the draws. McLaughlin slides it to Boumediene. Sasha setting up the break from behind the cage. Now he'll carry ahead near side. To McLaughlin. Shoveled it through the legs of Borgula, regathered, brought it into the zone, left it for Clark. Had to fight through a check to get to it. Now he'll chip it to himself around the end wall, but rolled too far, and Phelan will play it over to Grimes. 18 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Grimes drops it behind him for Phelan, chips it out to center, hustling over for it was McLaughlin, popped right up in the air. Borgula couldn't find it, and Clark will bring it into the zone. Slide it to Veronin. Shot Heil makes the save, and with 1 second left in the 4-on-4, Youngstown is about to go on the power play just as soon as this puck is dropped. And Zach Marin, who is serving the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that was called on Ryan Ward, will escape the box. So it's going to be Patillo, Rinaldo, Pittner, Wilson, and then Marin in 1 second. Reed to take the draw against Patillo. Bouncing puck off the draw, cleared the line by Reed, but kept by Wilson. Slides it to Marin. Zach in the circle, ripped a shot wide of the cage. Pittner keeps it near side. Fired around the boards over to Rinaldo. 15 seconds left on the power play. To Wilson. To Pittner. Torrey, shot, saved by Heil. Rinaldo pumped it on the cage. His shot was blocked. That was a huge rebound given up by Heil. As here, clearing it down the ice is Reed, and that will do it for the second Youngstown power play. As Colin Wynn slides it over to Sam Rinaldo. Sam, red line, and then to Marin at the blue. To Patilla. Slid a backhander down low. Rinaldo tried to send it back in front, loose at the side of the net, and he's wedged off by Toll. And Reed clears it to the line, kept by DeHaro. Bouncing puck settled down by Rinaldo in the slot. To Patilla. To Marin, back to Patilla in the corner. To Rinaldo, bounce toward the cage, still bouncing around. Rinaldo has it. Sam turns and fires, blocked in front, never got in on Heil. Marin to the rebound, to the point for Machu. Fired wide of the cage. Patilla can't get it his way to the rebound. McNeilis smacking at it, trying to get it past DeHaro, pinching it on the play. 25 seconds left in the second period. McNeilis pries it away from Marin, off the window and out to center. Bounces to Machu in the neutral zone. He'll send it over to DeHaro, but just out of his reach. McNeilis whacking at it in the official's crease. 12 seconds left in the period. Into the zone come the Stampede. Phantoms break up the play. Rinaldo carries ahead, 7 seconds left in the period. He's just going to dump it in and go off for a change. And with 3 seconds, Heil's going to backhand it away up the far wall, and that will do it for the second period. Second period goals by Ryan Rusinski and Chris Pelosi give us a 4-2 score in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. Shots on goal are 24-20 in favor of Sioux Falls. Phantoms have 11 shots in the period. Sioux Falls has 14. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the second intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, O Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 4-2 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. Same margin as last night, actually. Shots on goal 24-20 in favor of Sioux Falls. Stampede outshoot Youngstown 14-11 in the second period. Don't know if we ever got to the housekeeping from the first period, so we'll just give you the full scoring recap from the game. At 1:04 of the first period, Braden Clark, a shorthanded goal, second goal of the season. Brecken Smith and Torrey Pittner with the assists, 1-0 Youngstown. At 5:39, Matheson Mason, his first in the USHL. Gennady Shaley and Jordan Geike with the assists. And we're knotted up at 1. At 8:33, a power play goal for Mikey Burchell, his fourth goal of the season. Sasha Bamidian and Grant Young with the assists, 2-1 Youngstown. At 18:08, an even strength goal for Miles Gunty, his third of the season. Sam Rinaldo and Torrey Pittner with the assist, 3-1 Youngstown at the break. At 3:22 of the second, Ryan Rusinski, his first in the USHL. Ryan Botterill and Luke Osborne with the assist, first point in the USHL for Osborne. Phantoms lead 4-1. At 16:15, a power play goal for Chris Pelosi, his seventh goal of the season. Gennady Shaley and Kazimir Sobieski with the assist, and that is how we got to our 4-2 score. Caleb Heil has stopped 16 out of 20. Colin Wynn has stopped 22 out of 24. Sioux Falls power play is 1 for 3. Youngstown power play is 1 for 2. We're going to go ahead and step aside for timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Phantoms have a 4-2 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Lincoln and Des Moines knotted up at 2 at the second intermission. Madison with a 3-2 lead over the U18s up at USA Hockey Arena. Madison Capital will be here tomorrow afternoon at 4:05. Great seats still available. Call 330-747-PUCK for tickets. Fargo and Omaha knotted at 2 at the second intermission. Third period about to get underway in Waterloo. The Blackhawks have a 3-2 lead over the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Sioux City Musketeers all over the Chicago Steel 4-0 as the Steel looks like they are in danger of seeing their winless streak extend to 9 games. Green Bay with a 3-2 lead over Muskegon, after I believe Muskegon led that game 2-0. Tri-City with a 1-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Let's go over to the NHL scoreboard. The Senators have a 3-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. 2 minutes left in the second period. 3 minutes left in the second in Boston. The Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Red Wings. The Jets have grabbed a 3-2 lead over the Habs as they head toward the second intermission. Second intermission in Columbus, still 1-0 Islanders over the Blue Jackets. Maple Leafs and Predators tied at 2. 2 minutes left in the second. Game has gone final down in Florida. The Panthers beat the Kraken 3-2. Earlier this afternoon, the Ducks beat the Flyers 7-4. Later tonight, the Rangers will battle the Canucks in Vancouver, and the Golden Knights will travel to Los Angeles to take on the Kings. College football scoreboard earlier here in Youngstown this afternoon. Youngstown State beat Missouri State 44-28. Just some top 25 scores. Number 10, Penn State held off Indiana 33-24. Number 5, Washington up 21-10 on Stanford as they head to the half. Number 19, Air Force and Colorado State are tied at 13. Halftime in Lexington, Tennessee leads Kentucky 23-17. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 3, Ohio State leads Wisconsin 10-0. 4 minutes left in the second. Number 12, Ole Miss with a 26-0 lead over Vanderbilt. 5 minutes into the second quarter, number 23, UCLA with the 7-6 lead over Colorado. 10 seconds into the second quarter, North Carolina with a 14-0 lead over Georgia Tech. Number 25, James Madison with a 7-3 lead over Old Dominion. Later tonight, number 11, Oregon State travels to Arizona. Earlier this afternoon, number 4, Florida State knocked off Wake Forest 41-16. Number 6, Oklahoma upset by Kansas 38-33. Number 1, Georgia all over Florida 43-20. Number 7, Texas, and number 8, Oregon both win by 35-6 scores. Texas beat BYU. Oregon beat Utah. Number 14, Notre Dame took Pitt out to the woodshed 58-7. Number 18, Louisville shuts out number 20, Duke 23-0. Number 22, Tulane holds off Rice 30-28. And number 24, USC with the 1-point victory over Cal Berkeley 50-49 in a good old-fashioned West Coast shootout. Got a few minutes. Let's take a look at the college hockey scoreboard. Bentley shuts out Robert Morris 3-0. Sacred Heart with a 4-1 win over Niagara. RIT with a 3-1 lead over Holy Cross. Northern Michigan gets their first win of the season. They beat Ferris State 4-1. Bemidji State has a 1-0 lead on St. Thomas. UMass Lowell shuts out UConn 1-0. Vermont wins in a shootout over Providence 3-2. Merrimack with a 2-0 lead over Northeastern. UMass with a 2-1 lead over Boston University. Quinnipiac leads Maine 3-1. Lake Superior State has a 2-1 lead over St. Lawrence. Cornell up 3-0 on Minnesota Duluth. New Hampshire up 2-0 on Dartmouth. I thought this was a final score from earlier, but apparently I was mistaken, as Michigan is up 9-1 on Lindenwood, which was identical to last night's score. Arizona State and Miami knotted at a goal apiece. Minnesota State up 2-1 on North Dakota. Michigan Tech and Clarkson tied at 1. Augustana with a 2-1 lead over Colorado College after they beat number 2 Denver in a shootout last night in just the 5th game in program history for Augustana. Former Phantom Hunter Bischoff, a member of that Augustana Vikings team. Denver, speaking of Denver, has a 1-0 lead over Air Force at the first intermission. And then getting underway in the next 20 minutes, Ohio State will be in Omaha to battle the Mavericks. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Stampede and Phantoms here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or the youngstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Second period goals by Ryan Rusinski and Chris Pelosi. Make sure you're following the Phantoms on social media at Y-Town Phantoms on X. At Youngstown Phantoms on Instagram and Facebook. Interns Brendan and Selena keeping things up to date over there. And you can roll for initiative. The third period is underway as the Stampede control the draw. Bringing it ahead is Shaylee. Off the heel of the stick of Beckett Hendrickson. Rolls behind the cage. Kicked ahead by Berger. Sorry, that's J.J. Weebush, not Hendrickson. His shot toward the cage is blocked away. Kuzma Veronin picks up the rebound, carries ahead. Veronin trying to split two, could not do so. And Shaylee slides it ahead to Berger, who gets put down by Jack Wilson. The puck pops out of play. Big hit there, 28 seconds into the third period. Third period presented by Safehold. Clean hit there for Youngstown. I think you might see that be your window world hit of the week. Bring the face-off back to center ice. Burchell and Pelosi to take the draw. Pelosi wins the draw. Phelan DDD over to Shaylee, out to center. For Pelosi, over to Hendrickson, and then slipped into the zone, into the skates of lineman. Borgula from the left corner throws one through the blue paint. Kept in at the right point by Shaylee. Hendrickson slides it to the left corner. Pitching in to keep it alive is Grimes. Knocked away from him by Grant Young. Burchell will grab it. Up ahead for Zach Morin. To Burchell, to Pittner. Back behind him to Burchell. Left circle, shot missed the cage off the corner glass. Going to bounce all the way down the ice. And Colin Wynn will come out to the left corner to try to play it away from Beckett Hendrickson, who couldn't center in front to Borgula. Puck back into the Sioux Falls zone now. Phelan D over to Toll. Snapped head to Pelosi, redirects it into the zone. Picked up by Osborne. Carries around the cage. Up to Smith at center. Taken by McLaughlin into the zone. From the left circle, fires a shot right to the chest of Heil. He'll hang on. As Finn McLaughlin and Kazimierz Sobieski trade pleasantries behind the cage. 18:28 left in the third period. Again, the third period presented by Safehold. Face-off will be to the right of Caleb Heil. As our officiating crew having a meeting of the Brain Trust. And Charlie Van Koola gonna skate over to talk to Ryan Ward. Didn't have anything to say to Eric Rudd, but okay. Ready to resume play. Face-off won cleanly by Reed. Sent around the wall to the far side, kept to the point by Smith. His shot wide of the cage. Comes near side for Rusinski. Knocked off the puck by Sobieski. Tried to slide it over to Toll. We have a whistle on the play. Holding call upcoming on Youngstown. Ryan Rusinski, the guilty party. Phantoms heading back to the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Cavelli Center crowd voicing its displeasure with referee Charlie Van Kula. I mean, Rusinski got a hold of him as I do get a look at the replay. Bit of a ticky-tack call, but we'll roll with it. Sioux Falls controls the face-off. Hendrickson to Sobieski to Pelosi, left point. Goal line extended to Borgula. Back up to Pelosi. Sobieski, center point. Pelosi, top of the left circle. Shot, ripped it well wide of the cage. Off the corner boards, kept by Shaley. Down to Hendrickson in the corner. Pop to Borgula. Up to the right point for Shaley. Took a shot, scored. Gennady Shaley, his third goal of the season. Sioux Falls back within one. It's another one beating Colin Wynn from distance. Another power play goal for the Stampede. Time of the goal, 2:14. And Sioux Falls back within a single marker. It's 4-3. First shot of the period for the Stampede. Faceoff going to be finally corralled by the Stampede. Shaley plays it off the window and out to center, past everybody. No icing here. Wilson will pick it up bottom part of the right circle. Played out to Ramos at center, spins away from Weebush, slid to DeHaro. Connor into the zone. Dropped it off for Gunty. Toward the cage, blocked away. Stampede can't clear. DeHaro fed into the corner looking for Gunty. Broken up by Rybakov and chipped over DeHaro's stick and out to center. Picked up by Weebush, fired into the Youngstown zone. Ramos has it. He'll chip it off the boards and out to center. Slides down into the Sioux Falls zone, right to the stick of Rybakov. Rybakov through the blue paint, spins away from Runalo. Fires it out to center for Weebush. Had a step, DeHaro recovered. Got it down low to Berger, going for the wraparound, shut off by Wynn. Wynn without his stick. It's right at his feet, but he can't drop down to grab it. Shot by Weebush, blocked by Wynn. Rebound, thrown on net, stopped by Colin Wynn. Now Colin has his twig back. Phelan to Berger. Down low to Weebush, let it go through to Panzer. Stolen away by Ronaldo, off the window and down the ice. No icing here. Shaley going to start the breakout. Out to center for Geike. Sent to the left wing corner. Dillard first one to it. Turns and looks for options. Tries to start the cycle to Geike. Pittner got there first. Up to the point. Shot by Phelan right to the belly of Colin Wynn. No rebound. 15:59 left in the third. As Matheson Mason and Zach Marin trade pleasantries. Grant Dillard wants to say hello as well. Faceoff will be to the right of Colin Wynn. Stampede going to leave the fourth line out. Phantom's going to counter with the Braden Clark line. Also on the line chart is the fourth line for the Phantoms. Faceoff warning on Sioux Falls. Face-off warning on Braden Clark. Face-off won cleanly by Clark. He goes to Machu. Fired ahead off the stick of Veronin. Kuzma splits two, but can't get in on net. Dropped it back for Patilla. Fan on the shot. Sharp angle from below the goal line. Comes out to the point for Jack Wilson. Jack looking for a lane. Instead, he's going to cycle it down to Patilla behind the cage. Adam, far side. Up to the point for Machu. His shot off the blocker of Heil wasn't on net, but Heil played it anyway. Rebound out to center. Picked up there by Veronin. Drop back for Wilson. Jack into the zone, but offside are the Youngstown Phantoms. Face off far side, just outside the Sioux Falls blue line. Face-off won by Reed. Barbanoff gets it back to Grimes, back to Barbanoff, drop back to Phelan. Trying to spin away from Botterill, gets it over to Grimes, who spins away from Rusinski. Back to Phelan, took a bump from Botterill, got it to McNeilis and sent down the ice. This might have enough steam for icing. No, they're going to wave it off. Interesting call there is Brecken Smith. Spins away from a man, got it to Osborne, to Botterill, bounces to McLaughlin. Finn able to play it out to center. Slides to Rusinski. Slipped ahead to Brecken Smith. Took a high hit from Phelan. Play continues as it comes over to Grimes near side. Defenseman for Sioux Falls sends it off the window and down the ice. Unable to receive the pass was Barbanoff. Played ahead by McLaughlin. Rusinski to the right wing corner of the Sioux Falls zone. Tried to center, blocked away by McNeilis. Comes to the near side. Barbanoff carries ahead for the Stampede. Red line in blue, but lost it as he crossed the blue line. Ronaldo swept it back out to center. Bounces to Rusinski. Ryan brings it across the red line, backhands it to the end. Wallen goes off for a change. So we are more than 5 minutes in to the third period. 4-3 Youngstown. Ronaldo to Marin, up to the point for Pittner. Came in front. Ronaldo fanned on the shot. And then it comes back to Veronin. He shoots and scores. Check that, Hunter Ramos. Loose puck in the slot. And he fires it home for his second of the season. Youngstown gets the 2-goal lead back. It's 5-3. Time of the goal, 5:57. As that one somehow bounced through Caleb Heil. We'll figure it out. But the important thing, Youngstown has the 2-goal lead back. As here it's Pittner clearing to the line to Gunty and then Ronaldo. So right now they're saying Ramos is second, at least from Ronaldo. We may have to go to video review on this one, see who actually scored. Pittner whacks it to the line. Does squirt out to center, fired back in by Belisle. Wynn gives it up to Boumediene. Sasha, his pass ahead hit Borgula, popped up in the air, bounced over the stick of Hendrickson. One-timer by Pelosi goes well wide of the cage. Don't know if that one stayed onside. They're going to say it was offside. Colin Wynn thought it actually went into the meshing. I think we're going to have a immediate timeout here. 3:24 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-3. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Gavelli Center. 13:24 left in the third. 5-3 Phantoms. Still trying to figure out who scored the fifth Phantoms goal. Right now it's on the books as Hunter Ramos. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Just outside the Youngstown blue, Pelosi and Burchell. Pelosi wins the draw. Back to Phelan, fires it around the window, comes to the left wing wall. Hendrickson chipped into the corner for Borgula. Bumped by DeHaro, puck comes to Burchell. Mikey chips it ahead to Zach Marin, out to center off of Grant Young's stick, and it's going to roll to Grimes just inside his own blue line. Trying to spin away from Grant Young. Out to center for Hendrickson, drop back for Phelan. He'll throw it right on Colin Wynn from the neutral zone, drops the glove on top of it. Another defensive zone draw coming for Youngstown. Shots on goal were 30-23 in favor of the Sioux Falls Stampede. Face off to the left of Wynn. Clark to take the draw now against Pelosi. Stampede controlled the draw, but they can't hold the zone. Phelan had to pick it up in the neutral zone, gave it back to Hendrickson. Sends it into the Youngstown end. Wynn slows it down behind the cage, throws it around the dasher, but it bounces to Pelosi. His cycle attempt down low, hit an ankle, bounce over to Machu far side. Out to center for Patilla, dumped into the Sioux Falls zone. Clark trying to fend off Grimes. Grimes will turn it over to Patilla. In the corner for Clark. Up the wall, nobody at the point. And that pass going to go all the way down the ice. Machu will set it up behind the cage. Machu, little bobble, but able to get it over to DeHaro. Connor skates it ahead, gives it back to Machi. Did not gain the red line there and did not get a tip in the neutral zone, so icing called on the Youngstown Phantoms. 12-14 left in the third. Face-off back in the Youngstown zone. Looks like they're going to drop it to the right of Colin Wynn. Panzer wins the draw, gets it to Berger, up to the point for Rybakov. His shot hit something along the way and deflected wide of the cage. Machu to the rebound behind the net, up the near wall for Veronin. Webush holds the zone, off of Shaley into the corner, but taken away by Machu. Around the wall to the far side, Rybakov absorbed a couple of hits, able to get it to a teammate. DeHaro with the steal, and now out to center it goes. Veronin into the zone, feeds it to Patilla. His shot off the knob of the stick of Heil. Patilla that close. Out to center, sent back in by McLaughlin. Phantoms forwards to a line change, 11:30 left in the third. Phantoms with the 2-goal lead. Off the window and out to center by Rybakov, bounces to Osborne, D-to-D over to McLaughlin. Finn surveys the scene. Whips it into the Sioux Falls zone. Slowed down by Heil, got it over to Toll. Up the near boards, Webush plays it out to center. Skating back for it is Mikey Burchell. Snapped ahead to the Sioux Falls line, played it in the zone by Grant Young. Trickles behind the net, right to Sobieski, played ahead to Dillard. Sioux Falls starts to carry ahead, but offside are the Stampede. It was either Dillard or Mason ahead of the play. So it looks like the Stampede might be doing a little line jumbling here. 10:56 left in the third. Very close to our final media timeout of regulation. Face-off won by Dillard. Sobieski, D-to-D to Toll. His pass ahead, however, broken up, and Botterhill will sweep it ahead. This will be an ice on the Youngstown Phantoms. Face-off will be to the left of Colin Wynn. Smith to take the draw against Dillard. Smith wins it cleanly into the corner. Picked up by Jack Wilson, off the window, and out to center. Gloved by Sobieski, but it bounces to Smith. Bracken into the zone, long-distance shot, missed the cage. Rusinski tried to chip it in off the back of Heil, didn't click. Dillard to the loose puck. Sent ahead, but right off of Ryan Rusinski. Rusinski, center, tried to get it to Botterill, couldn't redirect it home. Popped up in the air, cleared up the middle, kept by Machu. D to D, Wilson, shot, Heil makes the save, rebound available, Rusinski couldn't fire it home. Smith turned and fired through it through the blue paint. Machu in on the play, restarts the cycle, but didn't click to Botterill, taken by Toll. Botterill lifts his stick, gets the puck. Couldn't get the shot away as he was shoved down by Dillard. Fans looking for a call, but nothing forthcoming as it's sent out to center. Back into the zone it goes. Dillard sends it over to Sobieski. Ahead off of Geike, it rolls to Machu. D to Wilson. To Ramos at center. And to Ronaldo into the zone. Sam to Gunty. Shot off the blocker. Miles tried to skate right and shoot left there. It almost worked. Now one from the point off the stick of Pittner is blocked. Loose in the circle, taken by Dillard. Pops up in the air. Glove down by Ramos, and he's cross-checked down. And I think maybe Ramos closed his glove on the puck. But we're going to see what the call is here as we have a media timeout. 9:27 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-3. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow.
From this moment, cell phones should be switched off and put into flashlight mode. May we ask for your attention while our cabin crew demonstrates the safety features on display. Please raise both hands up in the sky. Now slowly wave from the left to the right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 9:27 left in the third. Phantoms with a 5-3 lead, face-off in the neutral zone. No penalty on that play. I think each team got away with one. I think Hunter Ramos closed his glove on the puck. I think Sioux Falls got away with a cross-check as the Stampede win the draw. Phelan lifts it out to center. Touchdown by Bomidian, sends it off the window and back out to neutral. Phelan couldn't play it. It goes to Ronaldo. Couldn't find Gunty in the neutral zone. No icing here. Didn't have the geometry to get below the goal line. It's Grimes from behind the net. Ahead to McNeilis. And he'll carry to the red line. Gives it up to Grimes into the Youngstown zone. Drop back for Barbanoff, and his shot wide of the cage is Gunty. Puts Hayden Reed down. Pittner backhands it up the near wall, stopped by Barbanoff. To McNeilis, steps between the circles, tried to shovel it down low. Got in on Wynn. Made the save and then hustled over to make sure there was no open net for a rebound. Pittner to Gunty. Backhanded to open ice and Sasha Bomidian. Ahead for the redirect into the zone by Ramos. Youngstown to the line change. Ronaldo looking for a trailer. Sends it through the low slot. Found Veronin. Popped up to Machu near the point, but couldn't start the cycle as it's picked off by McNeilis. Carries to the red line. Floats it wide of Colin Wynn. As Machu and Hayden Reed get tangled up. Reed lost his bucket. He's going to have to go to the ice as this one slides in on Caleb Heil. As Hayden Reed starts barking at Tomasz Machu. Faceoff will be in the Sioux Falls zone as lineman Michael Daltrey comes over to pick up Caleb Heil's bucket and his stick, which was also on the ice after the collision with Tomasz Maciu. Faceoff will be to the right of Caleb Heil. 8 minutes exactly left in this third period, as it is just a little bit past 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Actually, now they're going to move the faceoff to the left of Heil. Clark to take the draw against Pelosi. Faceoff warning against Sioux Falls. Didn't like the way that Shaley was lined up. Faceoff won by Pelosi, picked up by Shaley, carries around the cage in the near side. Dances past one, couldn't dance past a second, but the puck was poked out to the neutral zone. Osborne back ahead, found Patilla. Adam down the left side, fed it to Veronin. His shot kicked out by Heil. Great look there by the Phantoms. Ahead now comes Hendrickson, but lost the puck. Veronin danced around a man, slipped it to Osborne. Luke, red light and blue into the zone. Shot away, missed the cage. Off the end wall, bounces to Pelosi. Played the line, kept by McLaughlin. He'll just throw it back to the end glass as Youngstown tries to resume the cycle. Clark slid it down low, but nobody there, so Ohio going to come out of the blue paint and set it up for Shaley. Played ahead off of Hendrickson at center, no icing here. Bouncing puck settled down by Osborne. Luke tried to play it to McLaughlin. Pass was offline, taken by Borgula, but then stolen right back by Zach Marin. Played around to the near side, then overskated the puck as Hendrickson dropped it back to the line, kept by Rybakov. Hendrickson lost the puck to Patilla, to Burchell, to Marin. Zach shot blocked to the end glass. Behind the cage, it's Burchell, stolen away from him by Sobieski. To Hendrickson, carries ahead to the red line, sends it in the Youngstown zone. Gets tangled up with Zach Marin. They'll battle for a second, and then Hendrickson looks like he's trying to get off to the bench. Out to center comes the puck. Sobieski drops it back to Belisle to carry ahead from the official's crease. Sends it down and around to the near side. Wiebusch touches it back for a shot by Berger that's stopped by Colin Wynn and covered. 6:22 left in the third. Phantoms with the 2-goal lead. Shots on goal are 31-27 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. Face off to the left to Colin Wynn. Smith wins the draw. Pittner to DeHaro. Off the window out to center. Rusinski to Smith. Into the zone down the right side. Poked off of his twig by Belisle. Forced below the red line. Belisle has it there, trying to spin away from Botterill. Forced up the far boards. Pittner holds the zone. Got it to Botterill, back to Pittner. Tried to throw it cross point, but puck came out to center. Botterill dumps it back in. Phantoms touch up and resume the attack. Belisle trying to get away from Rusinski. Snapped ahead off of a man at the Youngstown line. That was Wiebusch. Threw it to the mouth of the crease, knocked away by Colin Wynn, and played out to center by Ryan Botterill. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. 5:39 left in the third. Thank you to the Chick-fil-A in Tiffany Square Plaza down in Poland for providing the media booth food tonight. Just please, no pickles next time. Dave, don't give me that look. You know how I feel about pickles. Face-off won by Youngstown. Maciu played it out to center. Picked up by Grimes. Backed it in the Youngstown zone, but it rolled to Maciu. To Wilson, up the near wall. He slides it down the ice. This might go for icing on Youngstown. Oh, it just did cross the goal line. 5:19 left in the third. We'll do it again. Face off to the right of Colin Wynn. Reed to take the draw against Burchell. Burchell won it, picked up by Machu. He'll just lift it out to center. Bouncing puck knocked down by Phelan. Played to the line, but kept by Young. Tries to start the cycle, but he'll slide to Grimes behind the cage. Behind him to Phelan. Morin hustling after it, but Phelan able to play it to McNeilis and out to center. Reed gathers it, but couldn't enter the zone. Cleaning the nice stick by Jack Wilson. Inside of 5 minutes left in the third, Youngstown leads by 2. Wilson to Morin, able to chip it out to center, but couldn't corral it cleanly as it rolls to Belisle. D over to Grimes. Off of Reed at the red line, bounces to Morin. Zach to Wilson to Machu. Then out to center for Young. Slid ahead to Burchell, over to Young, but offside are the Youngstown Phantoms. Face off in the neutral zone. Far side, just outside the Sioux Falls line. It'll be Rinaldo to take the draw against Dillard. Rinaldo wins it. Picking it up Bamidian and slapping it into the zone. Heil slows it down as it rolls to Rybakov. Played to Mason. Mason to the red line. His pass to Dillard, stolen for a moment by Gunty. Bouncing around Dillard. Able to corral it. Backhands it into the Youngstown zone. Wynn stops it behind the cage, throws it around the window. Kept in the zone by Geike. Down low to Dillard. Watched by Pittner. Dillard from a knee, played it to Masses and trickles behind the cage, taken there by Rinaldo. Up the wall for Gunty and played out to center for Ramos. Chipped it into the zone, bouncing puck. Geike corrals it for the Stampede. He'll send it out to the neutral zone. Bamidian with a touch, but it pops into the Sioux Falls bench. Congratulations to the Grove City Wolverines. They down Bethany 56-14. 9-0 on the season are the Wolverines. They clinch their first President's Athletic Conference Championship, as well as their first ever berth in the NCAA Division III playoffs. So congratulations to the Grove City Wolverines. You can hear Grove City football action here on Western Reserve Radio. Mark Means and the Professor Biggs bringing you that action. Sioux Falls in the Youngstown zone. Net is empty for the Stampede. Shot by Rybakov is blocked by Patilla. Hendrickson near corner. Tried to shovel it up to the point. Blocked away by Veronin. It gets out to center. Patilla wedged off by Borgula. He'll slide it over to Rybakov, who sends it in on Colin Wynn to Jack Wilson. Sends it up the middle, but stopped by Shaley. That one might have been ticketed for the twine. Also would have loved to see Colin Wynn maybe take a shot at that empty net with a 2-goal lead, as this one could be icing on Sioux Falls, and it will be, as Pittner was ahead of Weebush to the hash marks, and so Caleb Heil will head back between the pipes with 3:02 left in the third. Face off to the left of Heil, who stopped 22 out of 27 thus far. Smith wins the draw. It'll roll into the corner. However, Shaley able to wedge off his man and get it out to center. Heil following the puck up the ice, and he will head to the bench. Pittner cleared it to the line. Shaley kept nicely, however. To Hendrickson, to Pelosi, one-timer well wide of the cage, bounces to Botterill, skates it to center. Fired toward the empty net, blocked by Shaley at the blue line. Sent ahead, comes in on Wynn. He'll play it near side, found Botterill, backhands it to center. Stopped there by Pelosi, drop back for Toll. Flick to the right wing corner. DeHaro, the first one to it, off the window, and down the ice it goes. This could be icing, but I think no, Grant Young's going to beat it out. So Young, bodied up by Toll. Sobieski comes in to clean up the loose puck, slides it over to Borgula. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in regulation. Youngstown leads by 2. Hendrickson could not get a touch there, and icing will be called again on the Sioux Falls Stampede. Heil will have to head back between the pipes. Mikey Burchell checking with the bench for the face-off play. It says we want it on the left face-off dot. Timeout Sioux Falls. Timeout Sioux Falls will take it with them. 1:59 left in the third. Phantoms lead by 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 1:59 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-3. About to have an offensive zone face-off. So Caleb Heil is back between the pipes. For the Stampede, he's gone to the bench twice already. As Sioux Falls has tried to get the extra attacker on the ice, try to get a goal closer. Face-off won by Burchell. Marin out to center. Then to Wilson, fired back into the zone. Settled down by Sobieski, who'll carry behind the cage. Played to the line for Barbanoff. And slipped out to neutral. Toll skates into it, but lost the puck. Burchell into the zone. Just looking to kill time. Fanned on the shot. Kept the zone, however. Came to Young. Into the right corner. Grant to Marin. Slid near side for Jack Wilson. Jack just flicks it toward the cage. Never gotten in on Heil. Hit bodies in front. Rebound to Barbanoff. 1:20 left in regulation. Phantoms just killing time right now. Won't let Sioux Falls out of their zone. Finally, they break it through center. Heil hustling back over to the bench. Losing his footing in the corner was Reed as Burchell plays it out to center. Bouncing toward the empty net. Just wide of the cage, and Rybakov hard into that post. Takes the net off its moorings. And that's just a bad situation for Rybakov and the linesman, because the linesman has to wait to see if the puck's going to bounce into the cage, because you really never know what a hockey puck is going to do. And then when it goes just wide of the net, Rybakov loses his footing and goes into the post. Of course, Rybakov's also trying to do his best to make sure the puck doesn't go into the net. Luckily, looks like Rybakov's okay. Face-off back in the Youngstown zone to the right of Colin Wynn. Burchell to take the draw against Pelosi. 1:01 left in regulation. Machu picks up the loose puck off the faceoff, cleared the line, kept by Shaley. Young chips it out to, did not chip it out to center. Puck still in the zone, comes in the left wing corner. Wilson pins it to the boards. Henderson pried it free, bouncing puck comes out in front. Burchell has it. Touch to Grant Young, to Burchell, to Young. Shot off the post. And that's icing because it's not a shot on net. .35 seconds exactly left in the third. Grant Young denied his first USHL goal by inches. He's going to see that one in his sleep tonight. I was chatting with Younger earlier today. I said, man, you're due. And that close. Net's off its pegs as we try to drop the puck here. Actually, both pegs came loose. Okay, face off to the right of Colin Wynn. One cleanly by Burchell. Machu off the window, can't clear. Picked up by Burchell, he'll throw it down the ice. This one not going to go. No, it curves right off the side of the cage. And they waved off icing. 20 seconds left. I thought the whistle had blown. Sioux Falls ahead off of Hendrickson to the end wall. Wilson fires it hard around the boards, kept at the line, bounces to Burchell. Burchell to Grant Young, to the empty net. He scores! Grant Young, his first USHL goal, puts it on ice. Youngstown has a 6-3 lead. Time of the goal, 19:55. Well, at least Grant Young now doesn't have to hear about hitting the post on an empty net. Phantoms 5.5 seconds away from a 2-game sweep with the Sioux Falls Stampede. Puck is down. Gunty goes for a skate at center ice, flicks it on net, and the clock never started. The Stampede are jumping all over Miles Gunty, but the clock never started. So you can't get mad at him for shooting the puck after the buzzer when there was no buzzer. And referee Charlie Vancula is saying, wind the clock, game's over. So, that'll do it. Your final score tonight, Youngstown 6 and Sioux Falls 3. Final shots on goal, 33-28 in favor of the Stampede. 9 shots in the third period for Sioux Falls, 8 for Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have the post-game show here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for tonight's postgame show. Your final score here tonight, Youngstown 6 and Sioux Falls 3. Final shots on goal, 33-28 in favor of the Stampede. Youngstown got on the board just a minute and 4 seconds into regulation. A shorthanded goal for Braden Clark, his second of the season. Brecken Smith and Torrey Pittner with the assist. Sioux Falls tied it at 5:39. Matheson Mason, his first goal in the USHL. Gennady Shaley and Jordan Geike with the assists were knotted at 1. Mikey Burchell gives the Phantoms a 2-1 lead with a power play goal, his fourth goal of the season. That came at 8:33. Sasha Bamidian and Grant Young with the helpers. At 18:08, Miles Gunty makes it 3-1 with his third goal of the season. Sam Rinaldo and Torrey Pittner with the assist. 3-1 Youngstown at the intermission. Ryan Rasinski makes it 4-1 Youngstown at 3:22. The second, Rasinski's first USHL goal. Ryan Botterill and Luke Osborne with the helpers. First point in the USHL for Osborne. At 16:15, Chris Pelosi scores a power play goal, his seventh goal of the season. Shaley and Kazimir Sobieski with the helpers. 4-2 Youngstown at the second intermission. Sioux Falls gets a goal at 2:14 to the third to make it 4-3. Gennady Shaley with a power play goal. Tyler Borgula with the assist, 4-3. But at 5:57, Hunter Ramos makes it 5-3 with his second of the season. Sam Rinaldo with the assist. And then at 19:54, Grant Young into the empty net for his first goal in the USHL. Mikey Burchell with the assist. I think Zach Marin should have an assist on that as well. We will have to go to tape on that one, but that is how we got to our 6-3 victory. Caleb Heil took the loss, his third of the season. He stopped 22 out of 27. Colin Wynn gets the win. He stopped 30 out of 33. 3 stars of the game. Third star went to Torrey Pittner with 2 assists. Second star went to Sam Rinaldo with 2 assists. And the first star went to Ryan Rasinski. Sioux Falls power play was 2 for 4. Youngstown power play was 1 for 2. Phantom's going to be in action again tomorrow against the Madison Capitals. Puck drop is at 4:05. So if you've got a 1 o'clock NFL kickoff, maybe leave beginning of the fourth quarter, get down here and watch the Phantoms take on the Madison Capitals. Great seats still available. Call the Phantoms box office for tickets and more information. 330-747-PUCK. That is 330-747-7825. For my engineers, Dave Ferris and Jim Craven, interns Brendan and Selena, keeping things up to date on social media. I am Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Youngstown 6 and Sioux Falls 3. We will catch you here for the pregame show tomorrow at about 3:40. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.